Welcome to Just a Minute. Hello there, Sue Perkins here, and as the minute waltz fades away, what a joy to welcome you to Just a Minute. Today we're joined by an audience of 1,000 people who are listening in from their living rooms and bedrooms all over the country, and perhaps, who knows, even from around the world. We can hear them, but we can't see them, although I'm imagining you all. Let me introduce you to the 4 talented, delightful people who are playing Just a Minute with me this week. They are Paul Merton, Shabarak Kosandi, Giles Brandreth and Josie Lawrence. Please whoop, cheer and generally go wild for all 4 of them. So I'm going to ask these guys to speak on a subject that I give them for 60 seconds without repetition, hesitation or deviation. So let's see how that goes. And we're going to begin, Paul, with you. So the subject on the cards is new era. Can you speak for 60 seconds without hesitation, repetition or deviation on new era? And it starts now.
Of course, this is the beginning of a new era for Just a Minute. I'm so pleased that we have our new chairperson in Sue Perkins, who has taken over from the redoubtable Nicholas Parsons for over 50 years, hosted this magnificent show. It's one of my great joys in my professional career to be appearing on Jam, as we call it, in an anachronistic way, because I can't repeat the words I already said earlier. The other rules, of course, is you can't deviate, so there's no point in me talking at this particular... I could hear myself saying point again, so I stopped.
Giles, the buzzer was sounded by your good self. What was your...
A hesitation from Paul, most unusual, but he was understandably overwhelmed, remembering our friend Nicholas Parsons and excited to be welcoming you. It's lovely to have you here, Sue.
Absolutely.
Lovely to be here. Thank you, guys. So it's a correct challenge, Giles. You get the subject, new era, and your time starts now.
I realised I was living in a new era the other evening when I settled down by my television set with my friend Maureen Lipman and we watched a programme called Naked Attraction. The dame and I had been brought up on the era of the Billy Cotton Band Show. When we were wee bands, it was Andy Pandy and Looby Loo who got us excited. Isn't it extraordinary? There are people here in the nude, in the nuddy.
Paul, I always want to thank you for your interruption there. Yeah, it's a public service.
It felt more like an intervention than an interruption, but he did... Very quickly, he did repeat in the nude, in the nuddy, and it was, I mean, they're small words, but they were very quickly
And
repeated.
I sense we were moving towards in the buff, am I correct? Yes, I think
We were.
Yes, we were.
These are words from you that I've long fantasized about hearing.
Yes. And that's why those lawyers' letters keep on coming to your door. Paul, it was a correct challenge under the rules of Just a Minute, and so you have the subject of new era. In fact, you have it back, and it starts now.
And so, as I sit here...
Just 2 seconds remaining on the clock. Paul smashed through then, started with the subject and then ended it. Josie, we're with you next.
Oh.
You've got a very august subject. It's Shakespeare and Hathaway. Oh, you look pleased with that one. So you've got 60 seconds and your time starts now.
William Shakespeare and Anne Hathaway were a couple. They were married and very quickly, 6 months later, they had a daughter called Susanna. So obviously they were doing a bit of hey nonny no before it became legally binding. They lived in Stratford-upon-Avon and then, some years...
Oh, challenge from Paul.
But it's slight deviation. I don't know if hey nonny no ever becomes legally binding.
No, in those days may have been an anachronism for, sex, rumpy-tumpy. Hey, nonny, no.
Yes, but you said hey nonny no was legally binding.
No, that's not what she meant at all. She meant hey nonny no as a euphemism for rumpy pumpy.
So there was premarital sex, is what you're saying?
Premarital sex. And I know because William Shakespeare came to me one night.
Oh, no.
And told me... He was on Naked Attraction. I said they practiced hey nonny no before it was legally binding.
I understood you to mean...
They had sex before marriage is what I was saying.
I understood that, and I'm going to keep it with you, Josie. You've got 39 seconds, and your time, speaking about Shakespeare and Hathaway, begins now.
They had twins, Amnet and Judith, and then one day maybe Shakespeare said, Annie, I'm going to go to London to be an actor and a producer and a writer. And Annie said, oh, go on then.
Oh, Paul, a challenge.
Repetition of Annie.
Correct challenge, absolutely. So you have 23 seconds remaining on the subject of Shakespeare and Hathaway, starting now.
William Shakespeare slowly approached Anne Hathaway round the back of the stables and he said, I know at the moment this isn't legally binding, but I want to take you up the road to Worcester. And so the two of them, hand in glove, walked.
Giles has, again, I think made this as an intervention. So what was your challenge according to the rules, Giles?
Repetition of and so for the third time. If I can be caught on and then for saying it twice, I think and so 3 times is too much.
Yes.
It's my view.
Well, we're getting a very interesting new portrayal of Shakespeare, is all I can say. You've got 11 seconds remaining, Giles, after that correct challenge, and your time starts now.
No wonder he was known as Bard from Avon, given the way he clearly was behaving, according to Josie and to Paul. The man appears to have been an absolute monster when it came to his personal habits. But I think of...
Expertly done, Giles. You were speaking as the whistle went, so you get the point. Now, Shappy, let's see what we have in store for you. This is a cracker. My star sign. And your time to speak about your star sign begins now.
My star sign is Gemini because I was born on the 8th of June. Geminis are wrongly considered to be two-faced.
Giles.
Sorry to be awkward. She's told us it's Gemini, but she's already told us it's Gemini twice.
She said Gemini and Geminis, I think.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, forgive me.
Gemini and
Yes.
Gemini.
Oh, I'm so
Yes.
sorry.
Well,
I'm
yes.
Because there's two of us, you see.
I'll wash my ears out.
You should spend less time watching Naked Attraction and more time syringing the lug holes. That was an incorrect challenge. Shappy, that's still with you. You've got 51 seconds on your star sign.
It's not that we cannot be trusted. We are broad-minded. When you are born under my star sign, you're somebody who can see everybody's point of view and, according to some websites, really likes big windows. We like variety. You cannot, if you are born in the month of June, I've said
Giles,
June again.
vociferously buzzing.
A repetition of June.
Is correct. That's a correct challenge. Giles, we're with you. My star sign. 30 seconds. Time starts now.
My star sign is Pisces, occasionally as a newt. I think, Madam Chairman, your star sign is, if I'm right, Virgo and Libra, 22nd of September, on the cusp, which I think explains why we have this particular relationship. Because my star sign and that which is yours are together. We combine in the most extraordinary zodiacal frenzy of excitement. There is a kind of...
Paul, please help
I've
me.
just got to stop him. I haven't got a challenge, but I know how this is going to end up.
Paul, I have to thank you on a very personal note for that challenge, for which I shall be awarding you a point, because it's basically broken the frenzy, is what it's done.
He gets into a frenzy ever since he watched Naked Attraction.
Yes.
The truth of the matter is he auditioned for it.
I think we're playing that tape out later, are we not? On the red button. Paul, I enjoyed your challenge so much you have the extra point, but the subject is still with you, Giles, under the rules of just a minute. So you have got 8 seconds remaining and your time starts now.
We Pisceans are known as fish people, and traditionally we have problems with our feet because we would actually have tails like mermaids.
Shappy.
I'm sorry, it's just simply not true. Star signs are a load of nonsense.
Shappy, I'm not a fish. I mean, it was an excellent challenge. I'm going to award you a point for that too. But you can't suddenly not believe in star signs moments after you so enthusiastically embraced them when it was your topic.
Oh, apart from Geminis, because everything about us is really great.
I think it's one of the characteristics of a Gemini to be naturally cynical about star signs.
It's still with Giles. You have, you little brute, 1 second remaining. He's a fiend. He always does this. Your time starts now.
In another life, my star sign would be...
Giles, we are back with you. It's now your subject. Now, this is an interesting one. Very timely. The art of losing. Do you know anything about the art of losing, Giles? We shall find out. You have 60 seconds, starting now.
I think if you had actually been able to pronounce the umlaut, you would have said correctly the art of losing, because Ladislav Losing was indeed a wonderful late Victorian painter. A contemporary of Aubrey Beardsley.
I've never done just a minute where everyone's buzzer's going, but they're frantically going. Paul, you were first.
Well, it's a repetition of lousing.
Yes.
No,
Because,
losing. I'm pronouncing it correctly.
no, because there's no umlaut on the card, therefore it's losing. And
You
you've
didn't
said,
tell me that. I can't see the card.
my German pronunciation is on point, sir.
You wanted me to talk about the art of losing, and I'm talking about the art of losing.
I wanted you to talk about the art of losing, which is why I asked you to talk about the art of losing.
Forgive me. The artist is not called losing, he is called losing. Do you want me to talk about his art?
Would you like me to deduct points so you can understand the art of losing?
Ladies and gentlemen, it seems I'm now illustrating the art of losing.
Indeed you are. And to make you feel that subject even more keenly, I'm taking the topic from you and I am giving it to Paul. Paul, you have 48 seconds with no losing involved on the art of losing, with your time starting now.
The art of losing, I suppose one has to be as relaxed as you possibly can about losing. I imagine that you should think to yourself, I don't care particularly about winning. In that case, perhaps philosophically, you can say to yourself, the losing doesn't matter, it's the participation that counts. Now, take, for example, this magnificent show, Just a Minute. It's not absolutely essential that one wins. The most...
Giles, a challenge.
It is.
Giles, that was an incorrect challenge according to the rules of Just a Minute, thus demonstrating further the art of losing. It's back with you, Paul.
Giles is a sore loser.
You ought to get some ointment for that.
Paul, you have 24 seconds remaining. Time starts now.
The art of losing. I remember when I was a young boy. I played for a football team that belonged to a local church, and we were terrible. 11 more basically inept footballers you could not imagine. We lost.
Josie, a challenge.
Well, beforehand, he said imagine, so a repetition of imagine.
You are right in the sense that it does carry on between
Yes.
the two iterations, even though there's an interruption
Absolutely.
between. So that's a correct challenge, Josie. You have just 9 seconds to tell us everything you know about the art of losing, starting now.
I've become very good at the art of losing because I am an actress and you have to get loose to using... Oh, damn it. See, I've just proved my own point.
Well, there was a mispronunciation there of losing instead
Yes.
of using.
Yeah, it was a correct challenge, and can I say graciously accepted by Josie, who didn't try and pretend there was a sort of Germanic word that she was trying to sneak in. Yes, you may well shake your head, Giles. It's going to be a rocky night for you, my friend. Well done, Paul. You have recaptured the subject, and you have just 2 seconds remaining, starting now.
The art of losing means more to me than...
Okay, let's have some scores, I think. Why not? A very, very tight affair. Third place, we've got Josie and Shappy tying for third place. Second place, just above them, we've got Giles. And narrowly out in front, we've got Paul. And straight on to round 2. Okay, Paul, we're back with you again. And the subject on the card is why I should be on Love Island. This is the one we all want to hear. Can you speak for 60 seconds? And I really hope you can, on a personal note, without hesitation, repetition or deviation, on why I should be on Love Island. Your time starts now.
Well, why should I be on Love Island? I think it's fairly obvious. My body is a temple, one of those 8th century temples that lies in ruins somewhere in the middle of the Amazonian jungle. Look at my biceps, triceps, forceps, biceps, sixceps. I've got loads of them, a 6-pack. There is something about me when people stop me in the street and they say, you are an absolute perfect...
That was Giles, of course. Giles.
Jealousy.
Or arousal, you never know.
Repetition of 6.
Ah, but 6-pack could potentially be seen as one word. So what were you two? There was 6-pack and...
There were 3 sixes in all, because I also include six seps.
That's the number of the beast.
That's
No, that's one word. It's in biceps and triceps.
Oh, I thought you meant 6 mushrooms. As
No.
in 6 seps. Anyway, I heard the word 6 3 times. Whatever the chair says, of course, we will go with.
Well, we had 6 steps. We had...
6 packs.
I'm quite happy to let Giles have the subject because I just want to hear what he's going to say about it.
I mean, I'm tempted. I mean, I don't think there was any justifiable challenge within the rules of Just a Minute, but I have to say, I am quite excited to see what Giles will come up with.
Absolutely.
Let's see.
I think we're going to regret this, you know.
Do you know what? I think we are. I think we are.
I can feel the word injunction springing to mind.
Giles, I have given you my first benefit of the doubt, which I sense I might regret. You've got 40 seconds on why you should be on Love Island, starting now.
You won't regret this, Sue. You know I'm a mover and a shaker. When I move, I shake. But have I got the body?
Shappy.
Move and shake and move and shake.
No, I'm a mover and a shaker. When I move, I shake.
Yes, thank you for clarifying that. I'm sorry about everything.
You have 34 minutes remaining, Giles.
34 minutes? This is what I want.
34 minutes. There's been a format change. You now have to speak for 60 minutes without hesitation, repetition or deviation. Did nobody tell you?
On this subject?
Just an hour.
Just an hour.
He needs a half-hour warning to do anything physical these days.
Just 34 minutes of Giles moving and shaking. Your time starts now.
I wax, I'm toned and buff, and I have to tell you, in the later series of Love Island, Chloe and I came quite close. But there was Josie, who was going to be introduced in the 3rd episode. And when I got the prospect of her coming on and choosing me as her potential love companion, I went berserk with excitement.
Shappy.
I think going berserk with excitement is brilliant, but I think it was a hesitation.
Yes, correct. It was a hesitation. So you, Shappy, I'd be venturing to hear the female perspective on why you'd like to be in Love Island. And you now have just 13 seconds to tell us how and why. And your time starts now.
I believe I should be on Love Island because I want to go there and make sure that Giles is kept under control. A level of decorum would be brought to the programme if I was there. Everyone would have to dress in suits and cravats and hats. Was I speaking as the whistle went?
You were speaking as the whistle went.
It's the first time in about 10 years.
Oh, well done, Shappy. Congratulations. Now, Josie, we come to you.
Oh, really?
Yes. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, go on.
Your subject is streaming. Can you speak without hesitation? Deviation or repetition on streaming. You've got 60 seconds and your time starts now.
Oh, don't tell me about live streaming. I know everything about streaming. Don't even have to look at the pollen count. As soon as my head gets off the pillow, I know it's going to be a hay fever day because my nostrils are streaming. Clear, glutinous gunk dropping from each nostril. No matter how much tissue I bung up there, I'm streaming. Even my eyes, really salty tears stinging my little eyeballs, streaming. I go to the doctor. He says, "What's the matter, Josie?" I say, "I'm streaming because of this terrible, terrible..."
Magnificent go that was. Interrupted by Paul.
It was too terrible.
It was too wonderful and too terrible at the same
There was
time.
also deviation because she managed to see a doctor.
Paul, you've got 24 seconds on the clock and your time starts now.
I decided to follow the route of the Thames. I went up to Oxford where it begins as a small stream. I put my kayak into the water, climbed inside and started to slowly paddle towards the capital.
Giles.
This is known as kayaking, not streaming.
Were you on a stream?
You're on a stream, but you're not streaming. It's canoeing, it's kayaking, it's travelling down the river. It is not streaming. It's never known as streaming. You don't go rivering, do you?
Seems very harsh.
It does feel very harsh. I mean, Giles, I would say that linguistically you're correct. However, I was enjoying the streaming. I was enjoying the idea of the word now being used for this sort of lovely meander towards the capital. However, because you're technically correct, and I will give you a point, I'm giving you another benefit of the doubt, but I'm going to keep the subject with Paul. So I rather like the idea of his meander. So you have 11 seconds remaining, Paul, starting now.
I threw away my craft and started swimming in the stream. And as the stream's water went past me...
Oh, Giles.
Repetition of stream with an apostrophe and then the S. So stream as a word was used twice.
What?
I'm not buying that for a single second, you charlatan.
Well, I agree. I think you may be right in this count.
I think you felt he was going to repeat stream, got your finger on the buzzer.
I did. I got it wrong.
Paul, like you, is an extremely experienced player of the game, so he managed to turn it at the last minute into an apostrophe S.
Brilliantly.
And with 4 seconds to go, he keeps the subject, and your time starts now, Paul.
When Giles was on Love Island, the streaming broke the internet. Such was...
Paul was speaking as the whistle went, so gets the point. Shappy, now a treat. It's fighting with my family. A blistering topic, and your time starts now.
Fighting with My Family was a wonderful film written, I believe, by Stephen Merchant. I'm not sure who it was directed by. They were wrestling in this movie. Resonated with me because in my family, we also partake in this sport because we are from Iran, where this game is extraordinarily popular. Of an evening, we will sit around and my mother would say, shall we get up and see who can pull the other one down to the ground? And your father will count to 10 and we'll see where we go from there. And on we would go as a unit, as a family. This is how we bond. Occasionally, our fighting is more verbal, especially with my brother and I. We have grown up scrapping. He used to call me the Incredible Bulk. I enjoyed that nickname for a while, but as I got older, I said to him, I'm going to fight you. I will not be called that name. I am a dainty little flower.
I apologise for my screaming, but it's always a treat, isn't it? No, I never get tired of it. Shappy, you spoke for a minute without hesitation, deviation, repetition, and we're about to go into the final round. So, Giles, we come to you. Now, who I'm following. What can you tell us on that subject? Who I'm following. You've got 60 seconds, starting now.
On Twitter, I'm Giles B1. Feel free to follow me, and I might follow you. It's extraordinary the folk that I do follow, including former President Trump of the United States of America. Rather curiously, always fascinated by him I was, this amazing combination of Donald Duck and Woody Woodpecker. I thought, yes, let's get on the trail and follow this strange, bizarre human being. I also follow Brigitte Bardot, because when I was a child...
Josie.
Repetition of follow.
Is absolutely right. There are quite a few follows because on the card it's who I'm following.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very well done, Josie. A very, very good interception. And you now have the subject with just 31 seconds remaining. Your time starts now.
I am also on Twitter like Giles, and I follow the wonderful man himself. As a matter of fact, I think I am following everyone on this panel tonight.
Paul.
You're not following me, I'm not on Twitter.
Yes, but you are.
No, I'm not.
No, you are.
I would know if I was on Twitter.
You joined in 2014 just so that nobody else would have your name. So although you don't think you are, your name is there.
Yeah. To be fair, there was somebody who was pretending to be me on Twitter.
Yeah.
They've been me for about 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And they only ever posted one message, which was, oh, well, time to fire up the old barbecue, I suppose. Why are you pretending to be me and that's all you've got to say? You can't follow my name.
Yes.
Well, you never put anything up, so
Well, how can
I
you-
forgot that I had followed you, but I was just trying to include you in all the people.
And in fairness, I follow you too, Paul. And one
Yeah,
point...
but that's called stalking.
Now there are 1.8 million of us following you, waiting for the moment when you'll actually speak to us about more than your barbecue.
Yeah.
I want to know how the barbecue went. I've been waiting since 2014. You're probably still on the sausages.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a very cold, wet summer.
I'm going to keep the subject with you, Josie, because even though Paul isn't on Twitter, you follow somebody with his name, or at least a sort of shell account. Thus, the transient nature of social media. You've got 20 seconds. Your time starts now.
You have to be very careful who you're following, though, because sometimes people can take...
Paul.
Yes, because some of the people you're following don't exist, like
Oh,
me.
Paul, shut up. Stop it.
Paul, I'm going to give you a bonus point for that because I can see...
Don't give
Because
him a bonus
he's been
point.
misrepresented on social media. I mean, this is someone who's taken his identity
I
and
promise
used
I'm
it.
going to unfollow his name.
Everyone's unfollowing Paul Merton online now.
Yes.
tonight.
Yeah, I should ought to get onto Twitter, shouldn't
I've done
I?
you a service, really.
Yeah, thank you.
It stays with you, however, Josie, you've got 15 seconds on who I'm following, starting now.
The favourite people I'm following...
Giles.
Third use of people.
It is a repetition of people.
give up.
Look at him, he just waits and waits. He waits till the
waits.
seconds dwindle to virtually nothing.
Then he pounces.
Yes. Like an old cat. Giles, it's a correct challenge. So you have the subject. It's with you. You've got 13 seconds starting now.
I'm following a site that shows clips from the films of Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers, and this gives me an enormous boost every day, because following this amusing version of entertainment in the glorious golden days of silver cinema...
Excellent stuff, Giles. Speaking as the whistle went, gets a point there. And as I say, that was our last round. Well played, one and all. Time for scores, of course, although in this game they don't really matter. It's the taking part, after all. In fourth place, we have Josie, but it's a tight run thing today. Just above her, we've got Shappy. In second place, narrowly pipped in the final furlong, we've got Paul, which means that today's winner is Giles Brandreth. And there, my lovely, sadly, we have to leave you. But first of all, a big thanks to the incredible players of the game today, to Paul Merton, Sharparat Kosandi, Giles Brandreth, and to Josie Lawrence. A big round of applause for all four of them. Hugely, of course, indebted to Ian Messiter, who devised the show, and to the gorgeous Nicholas Parsons for chairing Just a Minute for over 50 years. We shall never, ever forget him. We also thank Caroline Barlow, who blew our whistle with aplomb, our producer, Hayley Sterling, who makes this show for BBC Studios. This is Sue Perkins saying thanks for listening, and do join us again when we next play Just a Minute. Goodbye.
Annika Rice and Lucy Porter will be two of the players next week at the same time, Monday at 6:30.
Welcome to Just a Minute. Hello there, Sue Perkins here. And as the minute waltz fades away, what a joy to welcome you to Just a Minute. And of course to welcome our remote audience who join us in the radio theatre from their homes all over the UK and who knows, perhaps even from around the globe. Let me introduce you to the four magnificent, talented, delightful people playing Just a Minute this week. They are Paul Merton, Annika Rice, Dane Baptiste and Lucy Porter. Please generally go whooping and cheering for all four of them. I'm going to be asking them all to speak on a subject that I will give them for 60 seconds without hesitation, repetition or deviation. So we'll see how that goes. Paul, as ever, we're going to begin with you. And the subject on the card is phone numbers I still remember. Can you speak for 60 seconds without hesitation, repetition or deviation on that topic? Your time starts now.
There are some phone numbers I can still remember. Unfortunately, they involve repetition, but we all know the phone number for the emergency services. 9, ditto, same again. And if you dial that, you find that you'll either get police, ambulance or fire brigade, but you have to decide which one it is that you require. I have my old telephone number in the back of my head, but the first 3...
Oh, Annika.
That was a bit of hesitation.
It was a slightest of stumbles.
Sorry, I thought, this is the maestro.
It is the maestro, and you're right, he must be held to a different standard sometimes. Heavy is the crown, Paul, that's all I'll say. All right, I shall give you that, Annika. You get a point, the mildest of hesitations, but well spotted. 38 seconds remaining. Phone numbers I still remember, starting now.
Phone numbers I remember are not many. 116 123.
Oh. Yes, I'm afraid the maestro is very much back in the game. Paul, your challenge.
Well, I wouldn't have challenged normally, but the previous challenge has sort of put me up to it, to be honest. Repetition of 1.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Correct challenge. Paul, you've got 34 seconds remaining on phone numbers I still remember, starting now.
The longest phone number I remember went like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I won't go any further because I can go all the way up to 100, but I'll stop there. Well, I think my favourite...
Lucy.
Well, there was a repetition of go. I won't go any further. I could go all the way up to 100.
Oh, well, I should have gone up to 100.
I know, I got myself comfy there. I thought people just tuning in would have been very confused. I thought, I've tuned in for just a minute, but instead, Paul Merton seems to be counting.
Simple arithmetic, Paul Merton.
Yeah. Yes, a correct challenge, Lucy. Yeah, the repetition was there, so you get the point. You also inherit the subject. 20 seconds on the clock, starting now.
The only phone numbers I still remember are those of my husband and my mum and dad's house from when I was a child. So if I have an emergency and lose my mobile phone and Justin's not in, I'll have to call the people who live there now, who I don't even know. But I'm sure they're very nice people if you're listening.
Yes, Paul.
A repetition of people.
Absolutely, a repetition there was. Yeah. 4 seconds remaining, you fiend.
I share everybody's disappointment at home.
Tell us everything you know about phone numbers I still remember, starting now.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
This game has a beautiful way of returning from whence it came. Lovely. Annika.
Hello.
Welcome to the show, my lovely.
I know, I'm so happy to be here.
Well, we're very, very happy and very honoured to have you.
Thank you.
And your subject is a gleeful one. It's one I hope you know something about. I'm sure you do. It's the joy of painting. Now, you've got 60 seconds, starting now.
The joy of painting, the thrill of cracking open a tin of paint and dipping your brush in that cool, silky liquid, preferably blue. I favour a cobalt or an ultramarine, ocean mist, teal. I paint anything in the house or the garden. Stones.
Lucy.
This is really petty, but paint rather than painting.
Yes.
But it was gorgeous. It was almost erotic with the silky...
Yeah. Painting is erotic. I was just coming to the erotic bit.
She's like the Nigella of painting, isn't she? That's what she is.
I've never considered blue before to be an erotic colour because it normally reminds me of hypothermia, but now I know where you're coming from.
I suppose the clue's in blue, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, it was an incredible and very intense evocation. And you managed to speak on an inaugural topic for 18 seconds, which is very strong going.
Quite excited.
It was correct challenge, Lucy, and you get the subject. You've got 42 seconds on the joy of painting, starting now.
The Joy of Painting was a follow-up book to the successful tome The Joy of Sex, but for people who've been married a long time. The joy of painting is that one gets to express oneself creatively. My favourite painter is a man called Bob Ross, who presented a programme where he used to stand in the dark with his lovely beard and his kind face, bringing forth worlds. He was kind of like a god to me.
Dane.
Was there a kind twice?
Yes, there was a kind twice. Well listened, yeah.
Good work.
I love the fact that his bearded face was visible in the dark. Correct challenge. 17 seconds on the clock on the joy of painting. Your time starts now.
Intimacy is just one of the joys of painting. There are at least
Annika.
Yeah, there was just a muddle of words, hesitation.
Did you sense a winding down?
Yes, I nearly fell asleep at that point.
Oh, that's... Annika, you've gone from novice to seasoned attack dog. You're barely around. Whilst I sense that Dane might have been on the approach road, the slip road to the motorway that is hesitation, he had not met that profound junction yet. So I'm afraid to say, I'm going to say that's an incorrect challenge. Okay. Dane keeps the subject with 12 seconds. The joy of painting starting now.
Cathartic would be another adjective I would use to describe the joy of painting, which suffices to say is nothing short of 1,000-fold. It allows for people to join themselves together and use their bodies as canvases, thereby allowing for there to be
Well done, Dane. You were speaking as the whistle went, and you gained the extra points. In this, one of the most erotically charged episodes of Just a Minute I've participated in.
Blue is the warmest colour.
Really? Yeah. I think for Annika it is, yes. Dane, you've finished that subject. You also begin the next. Let's see what we've got in store for you. Reasonable doubts. Can you speak for 60 seconds, please, sir? Your time starts now.
Easily, I could address Reasonable Doubts because of the fact that Reasonable Doubts is actually the title of my second show that I took to the Edinburgh Festival, which people know as the largest arts fest. Reasonable Doubts was a reference to my fear of the sophomore jinx, where I felt like I would have a reasonable doubt that I'd be able to produce the same magic that allowed me to get nominated for Best Newcomer the first time round. Now, if there's any reasonable doubt, I am bragging as well as saying to the listeners out there, Reasonable Doubts also doubles and was the main influence of my show based on...
Lucy.
Well, 2 shows and boasting.
Yes.
Classic Dane.
Bragging has not yet hit the format.
No, he was right to be proud, but it was, he showed off too much because he did a show and a show and a show.
I did that preview with you, Lucy Porter.
I made him who he is today, I like to think, really, but...
A correct challenge, Lucy. You get the subject with 30 seconds remaining. The subject is reasonable doubts, starting now.
Reasonable doubts are something that I have every day where I think, should I be wearing this? And normally the answer is no, you probably shouldn't. You are 48, and it is pop socks and hot pants. But still, reasonable doubts to which this question presumably refers are legal.
Oh, Paul, a challenge.
Well, it's a subject rather than a question.
That is true.
Oh,
Yes.
so
You're
that's
right.
deviation.
It would be deviation, and it's fiendish, but he's known for it.
This is multi-layered.
And I had literally no idea where I was going, I'll be honest with you.
I was there with the hot pants and the pop socks.
I think Paul sensed that, hence the challenge. But yes, I'd give you that deviation. It's indeed not a question. Paul, you've cannily got in there with 13 seconds on the clock. Reasonable doubts. Your time starts now.
As the team of forensic scientists dug up the patio, I couldn't help but feel myself blushing in the moonlight. I knew that my question of reasonable doubt was about to be challenged by the man who I saw as my archenemy. None other.
Paul, speaking as the whistle went, means he gains an extra point. And we're with you, Lucy, now. But this is a wonderful subject in which I'm sure you will have much to say. How to become a billionaire. Do you know anything about how to become a billionaire? I guess we will find out. You've got 60 seconds, starting now.
How to become a billionaire? I suppose the easiest way would be to start as a trillionaire and just slip it to bet.
Annika, you challenged?
I was hooked in the story, Lucy, but I thought it was a bit of a hesitation.
Indeed, so a correct challenge, Annika. You get a point for that, but you also inherit the subject. How to become a billionaire. 54 seconds, your time starts now.
This is easy. How to become a billionaire. Just take one ITV quiz format and change the word at the end. Therefore, it is easy. Go along.
Paul.
A repetition of easy.
It was a repetition of easy. But again, a canny. I'm not entirely sure that with budgetary restrictions that it's necessarily ready for that format change.
Possibly not. When has logic ever come into this program?
Not into my head, it doesn't. I was very happy with it. Paul, you have the subject, how to become a billionaire. 41 seconds remaining, starting now.
I suppose you have to invent a service that people didn't realise they needed or wanted before this particular thing came into your head.
Annika.
Hesitation, generally.
Yes, a little. I mean, I'm being a little strict on Paul there, but only because I know he can take it. You've got 34 seconds, you get a point for a correct challenge, and you inherit the topic again. Your time starts now.
How to become a billionaire. I'm going to explain it to you, Sue, because you seem to question it. The first round would be ask the audience. Instead of this, you would go out into the street and accost a stranger for the answer. Difficult, you see. If you're going to earn that £1 billion, we've got to make it difficult.
Lucy.
Difficult?
Repetition of difficult, yes.
Ironically, because the last one was easy.
Yes. You get the subject back, Lucy, so we get to hear about your deflationary measures from being a trillionaire in 15 seconds, starting now.
Jeff Bezos became a millionaire by inventing Amazon. Bill Gates became a millionaire by...
I was going to say repetition of become a, but that is on the card. But was it not a repetition of millionaire rather than billionaire?
Yes, it was.
I just couldn't imagine being a billionaire.
You've deflated yourself, haven't you? You've gone from trillionaire to billionaire to millionaire, sadly.
It's a bad fiscal year for you, Lucy. I gotta be honest.
Paul, that was a correct challenge. It was a repetition of millionaire because billionaire's on the subject card. So you've got 9 seconds. How to become a billionaire, starting now.
Get yourself a massive paper round and make sure you go round every Christmas and ask...
Dame.
Repetition of round.
Paper round, go round.
Go around.
Oh, go around.
Around. Oh, okay.
fiend it.
That's completely different. I apologise.
I will say that probably round and around was exactly what was said by Paul, but because there was some element, perhaps, of not being able to hear that entirely clearly, I'm going to give you a point anyway. But you get to keep the subject, Paul. You've got 6 seconds on how to become a billionaire, starting now.
I laid the money down on the table. I counted it note by recommended...
I sort of felt that on a cellular level.
No, I said note by notes, but I didn't.
Yeah. Annika, your challenge.
Oh, yes, it was hesitation.
It was indeed hesitation. You, of course, get a point. You also get the subject back. Can you speak for 1 second on how to become a billionaire, starting now?
Yippee!
Well done. Excellent stuff. Now, before we go into round 2, does anybody fancy hearing some scores?
Yeah.
Why not? Let's treat ourselves to some scores. In third place, we have Lucy. In joint second place, we have Paul and Annika. And heading out, currently in the lead, we've got Dane Baptiste. Paul, we're back with you again. This is the Victoria and Albert
Yes,
Museum.
one of my favourite museums.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful museum. Can you speak for 60 seconds about hesitation, repetition or deviation on the Victoria and Albert Museum starting now?
I've never been there. I'd be lying if I said I had.
Dane, I wonder what your challenge is, my friend.
Somewhat of a hesitation.
Yeah, that's
only
how
a very slight one.
Yeah.
It's only hesitation if I start talking again.
Yes,
I stopped. Termination.
Yeah. Correct challenge, Dane. You're at 58 seconds on the Victoria and Albert Museum starting now.
Various artifacts can be found in the Victoria and Albert Museum. I myself can't speak personally from the perspective that people may desire on this particular show. However, I do frequent a number of the...
Oh, Lucy.
Too particulars.
Yes.
He's very particular.
I mean, there's a lot of oohing as if to say that suddenly that's not a part of the rules. It is. Well done, Lucy. A correct challenge. You get a point. You get 46 seconds on the Victoria and Albert Museum, starting now.
The Victoria and Albert Museum is a glorious, beautiful building that it seems none of the panellists on this show have been inside. I myself do not know the interior of that particular place, but I do know that it's over the road from Harrods, so maybe that's where they nick all their stuff from, like I did. Perhaps it's full of clothing. In fact, I know...
Paul.
Is it over the road from Harrods? Not really, is it?
No,
But I've never been there, so I don't really know.
no, it's a bit along.
It's a bit of...
It's a bit along.
Yes, I mean, I would say deviation from the geography of central London, which, as we know, is a fairly fixed.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I mean, unless someone's been moving Harrods around. So I would say that's...
Well, I don't know, the way the economy's gone, perhaps Harrods has become a mobile tea shop on wheels.
It's become a pop-up opposite the Victoria and Albert Museum.
Just Mohammed Al-Fayed going, do you want anything? Anything off the trolley?
So I'll give you that yes, Paul, correct challenge. You gain the point. You also gain the subject. 24 seconds. It's back with you again. The Victoria and Albert Museum starting now.
I now know much more about the Victoria and Albert Museum than I did a few seconds ago. I know it's not opposite Harrods for a start. And inside the Victoria and Albert Museum, they recently had an exhibition of David Bowie's stage costumes, reaching all the way back to Ziggy Stardust, including Aladdin Sane and the Thin White Duke. And I believe that if you are interested in popular culture, the Victoria and Albert Museum is the place to visit. You can reach it easily on the London Underground.
Speaking of the web, Paul, you gain the point there. Annika, we're with you next. Madame Tussauds. Can you speak on Madame Tussauds? 60 seconds starting now.
I once hung from a stepladder in the foyer of Madame Tussauds. I was dressed in lycra, suspended from the ceiling. I had my headphones on. I was the first person that bemused tourists saw when they walked into Madame Tussauds. The man who made me, Steve, beautiful person. He knew every inch of my body. He measured me with calipers.
I mean, once again, you've done it. We're just so captivated. Paul, was that an intervention? I mean, it felt like...
I felt a duty to the great British public.
Yes.
It was hesitation, sadly.
It was hesitation, which means you got the subject 31 seconds, Madame Tussauds.
The first time I went to Madame Tussauds, I wandered into the Chamber of Horrors, and there was a collection of sadistic killers covered in all kinds of different clothing of the period, 1930s or perhaps 40s. Whenever they were available, they would put them on, and they see these immense wax figures all looking at you in the most horrendous way. The glass eyes seemed to be peering into your soul as if they were saying to themselves, if I wasn't made out of this waxy substance, I would climb over this fence and I would throttle you by the throat and I would...
Paul spoke as the whistle went, gets the point. Dane, love is blind. That's the subject on the card,
Yep,
by the way.
yep.
I wasn't just embarking on a conversation.
Both those statements work for me, Sue.
Yes. Your time starts now.
Love is blind and it will take over your mind. What you feel is love, you need to elevate and find is the opening chorus for the song with the same title, Love is Blind, by recording artist Eve, alongside equally good recording.
Your challenge, Annika.
Oh, it was just a hesitation. It was a very...
It was a wee hesitation.
Struggle to express myself sometimes when it comes to love.
I know, and you were crying because it was beautiful.
It really was.
There's been a lot of eroticism and lyricism and counting. Those are the three markers of today's show. So, 46 seconds are available to you on the subject, Annika, of Love is Blind, starting now.
Love is blind and a complete pain, to be honest, on some occasions. I once had a boyfriend who was obsessive. He'd go to the YMCA when I was taking part in an aerobics class, and I'd be thundering around to Tina Turner and look up and see his face pressed against the window. Too much, would you not agree? He went on holiday once and he sent me a tape which I opened when he was on the plane. It was Police, Every Step You Take. Do you see where I'm going with this? I found it really oppressive and quite scary, but a tiny bit of me found it...
Ooh, Lucy.
I think we've had scary twice. Or I was just scared.
I think scared and scary.
Oh, okay.
So, no, it's an incorrect challenge.
Okay.
But in a way, good to just break the tension.
Yes,
I think it's good for reminding everyone it's a light entertainment show. I mean, under the rules of just a minute, you have a bonus point, Lucy. The subject goes back to you, Annika, but if it's particularly emotionally wearisome, I'm very happy to give it to somebody else.
I'm ready.
All right. So you've got 11 seconds. Love is Blind, starting now.
There was another boyfriend.
Oh, Lucy.
Thankfully, you did say boyfriend.
Yes, that's relative of boyfriend.
I couldn't bear to hear about another one, Annika. Can we do it in the pub afterwards, though?
Yes. Yeah. So, 9 seconds on Love is Blind, starting now.
Love is blind, and when I met my husband, I didn't notice that he had egg stains on his jumper, terrible shoes, or that he was stealing my hubcaps at the time.
Terrific stuff. You speaking as the whistle went, Lucy. You get the point and you get the next subject. Ooh. This is one for the very large youth audience of BBC Radio 4. TikTok. Tell us. So we've really hit the demographics squarely there. Can you tell us about TikTok in 60 seconds, starting now?
TikTok is a video platform that my children enjoy. I have watched the things that are on.
Annika.
Sorry, was that a fluff?
No, Annika. Absolutely no. Much as I'm enjoying your eagerness for the game. But no, there was full flow there, which means it's an incorrect challenge. Lucy, you get a point for that. You also carry on with the subject. 54 seconds remaining on TikTok.
The entertainments on TikTok apparently last for 1 minute, although I've never got to the end because I'm just screaming about the state of humanity. All it is young people dancing constantly rather than being felt up in bus stops like we did in my day. Young people on TikTok. Oh,
Young people.
Young people.
Me moaning on about young people again.
Not like my day.
Saturday night, used to put on his mob suit.
You wouldn't go dancing, would you, Paul?
No, I wouldn't.
Wouldn't get any dancing on MySpace. That's what I feel.
TikTok, my friend, you have got 36 seconds, Dane, remaining. Tell us something about that starting now.
Of course, TikTok is an onomatopoeia which describes the fact that it's the sound of a clock to give you a clear indication that by participating in an app and video platform geared towards juveniles such as TikTok, you are doing nothing other than spending your time in a stupid way. You are being feckless and you are being idle.
Paul.
Oh, a repetition, sadly, of you are being.
Yes. You are being.
Got real dogmatic with it. Thanks, Paul.
The word feckless. It's never used enough, and it's one of my favourites. Love a bit of it. Paul, you've got 16 seconds on what I'm sure is a specialist subject for you. TikTok, starting now.
I went to school with a boy called George Feckless, and his father was a watchmaker who'd learnt his trade in Geneva. And one day I went round to his house and he said to me, "Would you like to see my daddy operate the inside of a clock?" And I said yes. And so slowly picked up the key, put it into the lock.
Paul, speaking as he so often does, as the whistle went, gets that point. Scores, always a tight run thing. In third place, we have Lucy. Mm-hmm. In joint second place, we've got Dane and Annika. And in the lead, we have Paul Merton. And we're into the final round. I had to really work for that, but thank you for going with it.
It's a sort of noise they used to make on Sail of the Century, and the curtains came back and there was a caravan there.
Dane, catchy lyrics. You've got 60 seconds on catchy lyrics starting now.
Catchy lyrics are the difference between having a hit and obscurity within the music industry. Catchy lyrics make up every song that ends up being for radio play within the world of entertainment on stage that involves some kind of sonic soundscape behind your recording when you visit a studio.
Dane, you are allowed to breathe in the game. Your words per minute is incredible.
I should be slowing down a bit.
Lucy, you challenged there.
I felt deviation had occurred and a little bit of
A
hesitation.
little bit of a winding down. So I'll give you that. With 42 seconds, you've got catchy lyrics, Lucy, starting now.
Catchy lyrics are hard to render in this game because repetition is often involved. For example, Yellow Submarine by the Beatles could also be known as a jaundiced U-boat. And if they had to put that in the song, it definitely wouldn't have been a hit. The Beatles had...
Oh, stupid woman, Dane.
Beatles.
The Beatles, indeed. You get it back, Dane.
So there was something rather charming about we all live in a jaundiced U-boat.
I'm having to repeat it.
We all live in a jaundiced U-boat.
You get it back, as I say, Dane. 25 seconds on catchy lyrics starting now.
Vermilion subaquatic instrument would also not be a great catchy lyric to the song Yellow Submarine, which was previously recorded by a four-man quartet that some of you will know comprised of people like John Lennon and George Harrison and Ringo Starr, to name a few of the guys responsible for coming up with the amazing catchy lyrics that led to them being a worldwide...
Oh, Paul.
Well, you've not mentioned the man who wrote the song, which was Paul McCartney.
I was getting to that!
Oh, I see.
Well, do you all you Paul stick together?
It's probably not deviation, though, is it?
I'm going to take Dane's word that he was going to get round to the wonderful Paul McCartney.
Yes.
So, incorrect challenge, you get a point, Dane. You also get the subject back with 4 seconds remaining on catchy lyrics.
How could I forget Paul McCartney when it comes to catchy lyrics?
Well, I don't know how, but you did. I don't know.
There's only one Paul for me, and if you can't see that, love is blind, sir.
I enjoyed that, Paul. You get a bonus point, but I am going to give the subject back to Dane. So you've got 2 seconds now on catchy lyrics starting now.
Catchy lyrics that you hear on a song like...
Congratulations, Dane. Speaking as the whistle went. And that means, because that was the last subject on the cards, that it's time for scores. In 4th place, playing an absolute blinder, considering it was the first outing, Annika Rice. Well done. Really strong work. In 3rd position, we've got Lucy Porter. Congratulations, Lucy.
Thank you.
In 2nd place, a fantastic showing from Dane Baptiste, which we could say our winner this week is the wonderful Paul Merton. And there, my lovelies, I'm afraid we are going to have to leave you. But first of all, again, big thanks to all our players, to Paul, Annika, Dane and Lucy. We are indebted to Ian Messiter, who devised this show. And of course, to the wonderful, the incomparable Nicholas Parsons, who chaired Just a Minute for over 50 years. We also thank Caroline Barlow for blowing her whistle so wonderfully. The producer was Hayley Sterling, and it was a BBC Studios production. And this is Sue Perkins saying thank you for listening. And please do join us again when we play Just a Minute. Welcome to Just a Minute. Hello, you. It's Sue Perkins here. And as the minute waltz fades away, what a joy to welcome you to Just a Minute. The panel and myself are here in the renowned BBC Radio Theatre, whilst our audience are joining us remotely from homes all over the UK and perhaps, who knows, from all over the world. So let's introduce you to the 4 talented, brilliant people who are playing Just a Minute this week. They're Paul Merton, Sheila Hancock, Daliso Chaponda and Jan Ravens. Please give them all a massive round of applause. We've decided not to change the format this week, so they'll be speaking on a subject that I give them for 60 seconds without hesitation, repetition or deviation, and we'll see how they all go. Paul, we are going to begin with you, sir. And the subject on the card is... The last time I blushed. Can you speak for 60 seconds without repeating, deviating or hesitating on the last time I blushed, starting now?
It's difficult to remember exactly the last time I blushed. Certainly when I was a child, I seemed to be blushing all the time. That sense of humiliation or embarrassment, or somehow you were in a situation where you didn't feel you were quite good enough. But as you get older, I find certainly in my case, I've blushed less and frequently, not as much as I used to. And I think there's something about the act of blushing, isn't there, where you feel the blood rush into your cheeks.
Sheila?
Blushing.
Yes, a repetition of blushing.
Oh, yes.
Blushed is on the cards.
Absolutely.
Well done. A sharp interruption from Sheila gets you the point. 36 seconds. I'm looking forward to hearing this. The last time I blushed, starting now.
I don't blush a great deal. The last time I blushed probably was during menopause. I've got the age where I'm not ashamed of anything and I don't give a damn, so I very seldom redden in the face because it seems to me you've got to accept me as I am. Therefore, I'm not going to be shy or timid or frightened. I'm going to go forward with a white face and a bit of makeup.
Delisa, the challenge. Face. Yes, it was a repetition.
Yes.
Very good, very good.
An astute observation. And particularly good because it's left you with just 12 seconds on the clock. So you've got 12 seconds on the subject of the last time I blushed, starting now.
As I am dark-skinned, I stealth blush. Nobody has any idea that I am embarrassed because I change in pigment, but it is invisible.
Well done, Delisa. You were speaking as the whistle went. You get the point. And the next subject with you, Sheila.
Oh.
Yes. It's your turn. The subject is 3 witches. 3 witches. 60 seconds, starting now.
Well, the most famous 3 witches are in the Scottish play, and it's going to be very difficult for me because if I quote from the Scottish... then all you see is unlucky. Mentioned. Even if you call it the Scottish play, it's unlucky.
Paul!
Well, it was unlucky because she repeated the Scottish play. So.
A correct challenge. You get the point. And you've got 51 seconds on that. On the 3 witches, your time starts now.
I have no superstition about saying the word Macbeth.
Paul?
I'm all right.
Oh, thank goodness. Right.
A severe attack of blushing.
Sheila, you buzzed.
Yes, well, he died. Hesitation.
But what a definite.
Surely that's a very harsh challenge, isn't it?
If you had actually died, I would still buzz for hesitation. I'm that keen to win.
No, well, if I died and you buzzed for hesitation, it'd only be hesitation if I came back to life again.
So, yes, that's a correct challenge, Sheila. And you get the subject back. 48 seconds, starting now.
Another name for the 3 witches are the Weird Sisters. Now, I've got 3 daughters who could constantly be called weird. I've repeated the word weird.
Well, thanks to modern medicine, I've been resuscitated and repetition of weird.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was. Correct challenge, Paul. You've got 38 seconds. 3 witches, starting now.
It is in that famous play by Shakespeare that the 3 witches appear, and the wife of the lead character has this speech, "Glamis thou art and Cawdor," and shout, who buzzed
Hello,
it?
that's Sheila buzzed.
I'm sorry, deviation, it's glams thou art and Cawdor, not glamis. That would upset the iambic pentameter.
Oh, I didn't know that because I did it for O-level. That's why I know the phrase.
It is spelt glamis, and one can forgive for perhaps not... Although I imagine Paul does appreciate the subtle art of iambic pentameter, I think that's a harsh challenge.
Well, I'm sorry. I think it's a fair challenge.
You would. I'm going to give you, Sheila, a point because, as you say, a Shakespearean actor would say glams, but I think I'm going to keep it with Paul, if that's all the same with you.
Yes.
With 28 seconds remaining, you keep the subject of 3 witches, starting now.
And should be what thou art promised. Yet thou I fear thy nature, it is too...
Who's buzzed me now? I'm in the middle of an act there. I'm auditioning for the Royal Shakespeare Company. Who buzzed?
I think, for all of our sakes, Deliso has saved us from... I don't know what was going on.
I was intervening for your career as an actor.
Well, I've already died tonight, so...
You've been very busy tonight.
I was giving it Shakespeare.
Oh, I know.
That was Richard the
I was going to say it was quite...
Well, I didn't say it was the right play.
Can I just say, I've never, ever seen a subject on which so many people are now protesting. So you're basically saying it was an impression of Richard III.
Yeah.
You're saying that...
It was Gollum.
It was Gollum.
I'm saying his diction was absolutely appalling.
You're listening to BBC Radio 4. 3 people shouting at Paul Merson because he said a thing in a way they don't like.
It'll be on feedback this week, you mark my words.
Exactly.
Why can't he say Glamis? Lisa, I'm interested to hear what you've got to say about 3 witches. I really am. So I'm going to say whether it was Richard or Gollum or just a very, very, very intense personal moment / crisis for Paul. He no longer has the subject, and you do, with 24 seconds remaining, starting now.
The first line that these witches say in the play of which we have been discussing is bubble, repeated word, bubble. Oh.
That was so intense. It was so good. Nearly nothing. Nearly nothing. Bubble, repeated word, bubble. Do you know what? I'm going to give you a point for that because it's really tickled me. Really tickled me, and that's got to be enough. But Jan, you buzzed. What's your challenge?
Repetition and hesitation, sort of, as well. So, yeah.
You're entirely correct.
I don't think anyone could disagree with that, really. That's disagree, repeated word, disagree. You've got a subject there. You've got 13 seconds on a subject that we seem to have been discussing for the last 3 hours.
Yes.
It's the 3 witches. Go and kill them off for us, will you?
The 3 Witches is actually a pub near Inverness, which I visited when I was on tour up there. They have a very lovely menu. You can get battered cod and chips, scampi in a basket, Marsden's lager.
You were speaking as the whistle went, which means, of course, you get the point. Right, now the next subject we're with you, Deliso, and it is, did you read the terms and conditions? I'm not asking you that, that's what's on the card. Did you read the terms and conditions? Let's find out if you did. Your time starts now.
I worry a great deal about the fact that I do not read terms and conditions, that I will die and end up at the gates of hell and find out that I signed my soul away when I was clicking Apple contracts, because the terms and conditions are so detailed that everybody flips past them. And why would you inundate yourself with such bureaucracy when you were trying to go through your day life without realizing...
Buzzed by Sheila, who is... Sheila's finger is on fire.
Oh, no, but I don't want the subject.
Yeah, good luck.
Last thing I want.
Very difficult.
A tricky one. Did you read the terms and conditions? You've got 29 seconds on it, starting now.
Did you read the terms and conditions? The answer for me is always no, because they are far too long and complicated to worry about. If I've read them wrongly, I will be at the gates of heaven waiting for the angel Gabriel to tell me what I should have said, rather than...
Sadly, hesitation.
Yes, there was a bit of hesitation there. And this popular topic now is with you. Before, did you read the terms and conditions? 12 seconds remaining, starting now.
Did you read the terms and conditions is a rather unusual sentence. I would like to portray for you how Richard III would enunciate those words. Did you read the terms? Buzz me now. I'm auditioning again. What's happening?
It was hesitation.
No!
Sheila, you have deprived the world of something special.
It was hesitation while you got into character. You went, I'm going to do Richard III.
There was a laugh. One is allowed...
I'm riding the laugh.
Yeah, right, you're allowed to ride.
And I tell you something, to get a laugh in Richard III isn't easy.
I'm also now trying to think, is Richard III the sort of person who would read the terms and conditions?
No, he would write them. He would
write them. Right.
Well, you've got 2 seconds. I'm going to say that was an incorrect challenge by Sheila. I, for one, am looking forward to this career highlight from Paul, who has 2 seconds. Did you read the terms and conditions? Starting now.
Now are the terms and conditions of our discontent.
Richard III was speaking as the whistle went, which means he gets a point. And we move, my lords, to Jan.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Your subject is my first impression. OK? My first impression, and you've got 60 seconds starting now.
My first impression was of my mum. She had a particular way of talking and sounded not unlike Hyacinth Bouquet. She always was very straight and very hard, and she used to say that people who looked a bit weird would...
Hesitation, sadly.
Yes, sadly so. Sadly so. I was looking forward to hearing.
I know. Well, let's hope I get it back. Let's
so
hope you can hear
do.
some of my fabulous mum's catchphrase.
So with 42 seconds remaining, that was a correct challenge, Paul. You've got my first impression starting now.
The first impression I ever did is probably my best one. It's Alec Guinness in Kind Hearts and Coronets playing the part of the old vicar. The view from my west window has all the exuberance of Chaucer, but none of the concomitant crudities of the period. Now, that was something I learnt off a record that Peter Sellers made with Michael Parkinson when he was interviewed in 1972 celebrating 50 years of the British Broadcasting Corporation. And I listened to the recording over and many times to try and get hold of the exact timbre of that marvellous actor that I'd mentioned earlier. There are other impressions that I can do, but nowhere near as good as Jan Ravens here, who has a wide cornucopia. I also do Richard III, but that's...
It's an accent odyssey for me tonight, that's all I'm saying. So, that's the end of the round. I can see from the scores that in third place, it's tight. We've got Jan in second place. We have Sheila and Deliso. And striding out ahead, we have Paul Merton. So, we're back with you, Paul. Subject on the card, don't look back in anger. Oh, I sense another performance could be underway.
Well, no, not what happened last time.
I'm very open to know that.
I was auditioning. I was treated like rubbish.
Yeah, well, welcome to my world.
Yes.
Can I just say I'm open to all forms of performance and interpretive dance, although the interpretive dance fares less well on the radio. Can you speak, Paul, for 60 seconds without hesitating, repeating or deviating on Don't Look Back in Anger, starting now?
John Osborne famously wrote a play in the 1950s called Look Back in Anger, but it was the Oasis, the pop group in the 1990s, who produced a song called Don't Look Back in Anger, and I believe that's a much better piece of advice. If something bad has happened to you in the past, don't let it chew into you. Try and get over it. It mustn't cloud your ambitions. You mustn't think you mustn't...
Yes, Sheila's all over that.
Two
mustn't.
You know better than that.
A double mustn't.
Absolutely.
Yes. Correct challenge for repetition. Sheila, you get the subject of Don't Look Back in Anger. 37 seconds starting now.
I'm not really a fan of pop music. I'm more classical. But I simply adore Don't Look Back in Anger. It may be because it's sung by the Gallagher boys, who grew up on an estate that my husband John Thor grew.
Yes, Jan.
There was a bit of hesitation.
Yeah.
Yes, I think you knew you were going to repeat Gru.
I knew I was going to repeat Gru.
A correct challenge, Jan. Well done. And you get the subject with 22 seconds remaining. Don't Look Back in Anger, starting now.
Don't Look Back in Anger by Noel Gallagher I am not so keen on, as I think all Noel Gallagher's...
Paul.
Repetition of Noel.
Yes, and Gallagher. Yes. The full whammy there.
Yeah.
Correct challenge, Paul. Absolutely. You very much get the subject back. Don't Look Back in Anger. You've got 14 seconds starting now.
If you go to the further reaches of the underground system, you'll find yourself saying, don't look back in Onga. Sheila, you haven't buzzed me, surely.
Yes, it's deviation. That's rubbish.
Well, don't look back in Onga.
When you go to the end of the line, you say to yourself, don't look back in Onga.
It's one of my hobbies. I amuse myself like that all the time.
I'm saying that staying with Paul. I'm enjoying Don't Look Back in Onga. So you've got 8 seconds, Paul, and the time starts now.
It is one of those incredible anthemic tunes which grabs...
Oh, Deliso, straight in there.
Hesitation?
I'm going to give you that. There was a little bit of hesitation.
Absolutely.
Very rare with Paul, but you got it. And
a ripple.
And a ripple of applause from the audience, understandably. You've got 4 seconds, my friend, on this, starting now.
Nelson Mandela illustrated that you should not look back in anger when they had the truth.
Deliso speaking as the whistle went. Next in this round, Sheila.
Oh.
Why I'm the smartest member of the panel. Okay. You can say glance and everything, so you've got this, baby.
Yes.
You've got it. All right. Can you speak on why I'm the smartest member of the panel for 60 seconds starting now?
The honest reason why I am the smartest member of this panel was because the very first recording I did with Nick, I arrived in jeans and a tatty jumper, and he was wearing a cravat and a blazer, and was so angry because it was a broadcast, so I thought it didn't matter what I...
Deliso.
I feel very bad with repetition of wearing.
Don't feel bad because those are the rules of just a minute.
That was interesting. Yes.
Deliso, absolutely bang on and correct challenge according to the rules of just a minute. There was a repetition. You get 42 seconds on why I'm the smartest member of the panel, starting now.
I am clearly the smartest member on the panel, not because of boogishness.
Paul's got out.
Well, he wasn't believing his own words. It was a bit of a hesitation.
I need more conviction and arrogance.
That'll inevitably, I hope. So, Paul, that was a correct challenge. You've got 37 seconds on why I'm the smartest member of the panel, starting now.
I very much doubt that I am the smartest member of the panel. My educational certificates are pretty poor. I have not even O-level maths, and as you can tell from that last sentence, my English isn't too good either. But I suppose I'm going to embrace the subject and say why I am the smartest member of this panel. You only have to look at the way I dress. I was voted best dressed man of 1764, and I haven't looked back since. My clothes... You buzzed me.
Repetition of dressed, best dressed man, and you've only got to look at the way I'm dressed.
Is right, yes.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Very good.
You made a correct challenge there, got the point. You've got 13 seconds remaining, starting now.
To continue with my costume theme, as you see, I am wearing elegant earrings and a beautiful satin top. You, however, are wearing a jacket and a white jumper. Jan seems to be wearing a similar
Jan.
Repetition of wearing.
Indeed. I think we're taking umbrage at the description.
Yes.
I know.
I think she may well have shown she's the smartest member of the panel. You got 1 second on the subject, starting now.
Why I am the smartest...
Lovely stuff. Deliso, you're up next.
Oh, I am? Okay.
There's a real treat here, I think. Loads of places you can fly to with this subject, which is space travel. Space travel. And your time starts now.
Recently, a number of pompous billionaires have been launching themselves into the atmosphere in rockets and ruining all that is in space. There used to be Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star.
Well, it's what's known as the bubble challenge.
Yes.
I should say twinkle repetition.
Twinkle, twinkle, yes, unfortunately, is a very quick repetition.
It was a very quick repetition. Correct challenge. Paul, you've got the subject of space travel with 45 seconds remaining, starting now.
When I was a young boy, around about the age of 5 years old, I used to fantasise that my bed could turn into a spaceship. I would be lying down on the mattress, some kind of perspex bubble would come over the top of me, and I would see the stars twinkling in the distance as I would soar deep into space. I would visit all kinds of planets, Neptune, Saturn, Jupiter, before returning back to Earth via Mercury. Space travel was something that first became very popular in the late 1950s when the Russians put up a couple of cosmonauts. And from then on, the Americans saw that a space race was on. On Radio 4 Extra, there is a magnificent serial called Journey into Space that was recorded in the 1950s.
Hugely done, Paul. When you get the points, let's go for it. In 4th place, we've got Jan. 3rd position, Sheila. 2nd, we've got Deliso. And 1st, Paul, you're in top spot. Sheila, Penny Dreadful. Who says about Penny Dreadful in the singular, starting now?
Well, funnily enough, I do know a bit about this because I was in the musical Sweeney Todd. What's in fact actually a member of the society that does the Penny Dreadfuls in the old days. They were the Victorian times and they were horror gothic things because there was a bit more money around after the Industrial Revolution and the working classes wanted to read because also they began to have a few lessons. And the things they chose were, like nowadays, people love horror films and things... Yes, I've done that twice.
Deliso.
Repetition of horror.
Yeah, absolutely correct. A repetition of horror, which means you get a point for a correct challenge. And you also get the subject of Penny Dreadful with 27 seconds remaining, starting now.
I rarely read literature. I love Penny Dreadful's books about blood and gore and death. That is what entertains me as I am trying to drift to sleep. Terrify me, give me nightmares. That is the way that I gain my joy as I read. My favorite Penny Dreadful was the one about the man with the hook who would come in late at night and gut.
And on that terrifying cliffhanger, Delisa was speaking as the whistle went, gets the point. And we're about to enter the final round. Lovely Jan.
Yes.
Can you start us off on your subject and hopefully finish us off as well? Who knows? Sakura season.
What?
What?
Well, we're about to find out. Sakura season. What can you tell us and enlighten us about on that subject? Sakura season, 60 seconds starting now.
I happen to know about Sakura season because I used to travel to Japan with my husband, and Sakura season is when the cherry blossoms come out, and it is a very short window where the...
Paul.
Well, the window was very short. It was a hesitation, sadly, but I'm looking forward to what I've got to say about this.
I am too, and that's why I'm giving you the subject with 47 glorious seconds
How many?
remaining. 47.
Wonderful.
Fill them up on Sakura season, starting now.
The first time I went to Japan with my husband, I was absolutely amazed by the Sakura season, which is when the cherry blossom comes along. It's a very short window in which you can experience the Sakura season, but it was there. The aromas filled the air and my nostrils. I wandered down this very small street with plants either side of me, and I could sense that this magnificent aroma was infused into my very soul and body. The Sakura.
Delisa, a challenge.
Repetition of aroma.
Aroma is correct. There was a repetition, as there would be in Sakura season.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, I don't want this subject.
Can I just embrace our Japanese listeners and say we all want to hear about Sakura season? It's beautiful. Why wouldn't you? And I know you're going to absolutely smash this remaining 21 seconds. So it's with you. And your time, Lisa, starts now.
If Vivaldi was Japanese, he would have written 5 seasons.
The may have caused you some gloom there. Paul.
Yes, it was sadly hesitation.
Yes. So, Paul, you're going to love this. You've got 17 seconds.
Oh.
17 wonderful seconds to transport us to the cherry blossom season in Japan. I love the fact that the only person who knows anything about this can't get back into it. Come on, Dan.
She's given us all the information, which I can't now repeat.
17 seconds, Paul, starting now.
When people say to me, how much do you really know about the Sakura season? I can look them firmly in the eye and I say, all the information that I know about this magnificent...
Jan is keen to get involved.
Repetition of no.
Yes, there was a repetition.
Oh, yes.
No, there was.
Yes.
Have I done it again? Have I snuck in with...
Well, I mean, it's not your usual cold calculating 1 second. You've got 7 seconds. Everyone's going to really pay attention now. The leading expert on the Sakura season has the subject back. 7 seconds starting now.
The short nature of Sakura...
Paul, is it?
Repetition of short. We had short window.
Yes, indeed we did. He's absolutely right. Correct challenge, Paul. You have 4 seconds on your favourite topic, Sakura season, starting now.
Whenever I...
Oh, Sheila.
Not hesitation, surely.
Yes.
For the sheer sort of ready-fingeredness.
Well, you have to have higher standards for Paul. He's so good at the game. He's been doing it for bloody years.
He must be held to high standards, but nonetheless it remains with him.
There's no need to swear, there were men present.
Paul keeps the subject because he, more than any of us, knows about Sakura season. And you have 3 seconds, Paul, starting now.
If I was to begin to tell you what I know about Sakura season, I would need more than 3 seconds. Well, there we are. That's how much bluff can get you through.
Who dreams up these subjects, Sakura season?
The Japanese Tourist Board. Well done, or well, sadly, as mentioned, that is the end of the round and the end of the show, which means it's score time. It's a close run thing. In 4th place, Jan. 3rd place, Deliso. In 2nd place, we've got Sheila and her magnificent trigger finger. But in 1st place, please give a round of applause for today's winner, Paul Merton. Woohoo! And there, my lovelies, I'm afraid we have to leave you. But first of all, thanks to all of our players, irrespective of where they came. It's not about the winning, of course. Paul Merton, Sheila Hancock, Delisa Shaponda, and Jan Rayburn. We are, of course, indebted to Ian Messiter, who devised this magnificent show. And it goes without saying to Nicholas Parsons, too, for chairing Just a Minute for over 50 years. We also thank Caroline Barlow for blowing her whistle so beautifully. The producer was the incredible Hayley Sterling, and it was a BBC Studios production. This is Sue Perkins saying thank you so much for listening, and do join us again when we next play Just a Minute. Welcome to Just a Minute! Hello, you lovely lot. Sue Perkins here. And as the minute waltz fades away into the background, what a joy to welcome you to the iconic show that is Just a Minute. We are still recording without a physical audience, but we do have a magnificent virtual one, which is 1,000 people strong. Welcome one and all. Hey, Bob, how are you doing? You can put your trousers on now, lovely. They're listening in from living rooms and bedrooms all over the country, and perhaps, who knows, even from around the world. All are welcome. So let's introduce you to the four talented, delightful people who are playing Just a Minute this week. They are Paul Merton, Sharparat Kosandi, Giles Brandreth, and Josie Lawrence. Please whoop and cheer for all four of them. Style we're accustomed to, I'm going to be asking them to speak on a subject I give them for 60 seconds without hesitation, repetition or deviation. So let's see how that goes. Paul, we're going to start with you. And the subject on the card is In the Line of Duty. Can you speak for 60 seconds without hesitating, repeating or deviating on In the Line of Duty, starting now?
In the line of duty as a professional entertainer, there are certain things that you must do. Never appear in front of an audience completely drunk. Slightly is not too bad, but if you are 1 over the 8, that is a terrible dereliction of duty. Playing Just a Minute, there is a line of duty in this particular show, I think. One always tries to listen to the fellow panellists fairly, don't interrupt them when they're going particularly well. If they make the mistake of repeating or deviating, and of course you are obliged to challenge that. But under the special chairmanship of Sue Perkins, we are experiencing a magnificent revival of this fantastic show, which during the last year has had to be curtailed slightly because of the conditions that we found ourselves living in 20 ditto. But now we are back again and enjoying the full joy of this magnificent creation. Ian Messiter invented this back in the 1940s, and the show then was...
Oh, Josie, what's your challenge?
Repetition of show.
It was a repetition of show. Josie, that is a killer blow because you have just 4 seconds to talk about In the Line of Duty. And your time starts now.
In the Line of Duty is a wonderful...
Paul.
Repetition of antelope.
Paul's finally tuned a sense of hearing. Heard a word that didn't exist for the rest of us. But Josie, that just means you've got 2 seconds, an incorrect challenge according to the rules, so you persist, and your time starts now.
Hastings is my favourite character in...
Well done, you were speaking as the whistle went. Paul, that was also the most wonderful description of a pandemic. You just cast this wonderful rosy hue over the most dismal of times.
Yes, I created a nice picture until Josie came along and scribbled all over it.
Everyone's a villain in this game, you know that, Paul.
Absolutely.
Everyone's a villain. Josie, we're back with you now.
Oh, God help me.
And, I'm a big fan of this human. Your subject is Frida Kahlo. The magnificent Frida Kahlo. There's a big yay from the audience there, big Frida Kahlo fan. You're listening to BBC Radio 4. You've got 60 seconds, Josie, and your time starts now.
This magnificent woman's image is found on placemats, cups, wallpaper, pictures, posters. Her beautiful... sorry.
Giles, what's your challenge, Giles?
Repetition of beautiful.
Indeed. Back-to-back
I
beauty.
got overexcited about her because she's wonderful.
She is a stunner, and what a talent. The subject's with you, Giles. You've got 49 seconds to speak on Frida Kahlo, starting now.
She was indeed a great beauty, looking a little like you, if I may say so, Sue. A remarkable person and a magnificent artist, married to a fellow painter called Diego Rivera. And I was lucky enough to visit Mexico a few years ago and to go to their home, where they lived happily and painted opposite one another. And I have to say that Frida Kahlo's work has a kind of charge about it that makes you feel colour is for everyone. She was a unique creative talent, and how blessed the world was that her Mexican roots have spread around the world and now can be found on shopping bags and placemats as well as on the walls.
Oh, Shappy, a challenge.
I'm so sorry. I've muddled you up with Josie.
Oh, it's a nice confusion to have
Josie
made.
said placemats and you said placemats.
Yeah.
And you are, I think, different people.
Last time I checked, and I did check before as part of
So
the rather
forgive me.
rigorous screening we do here, it was an incorrect challenge.
It was an
sadly,
incorrect
Shappy,
challenge.
which means you keep the subject,
Oh, good.
Giles. And you have 10 fulsome seconds starting now.
You may visit the Tate Gallery in London to see some of Frida Kahlo's extraordinary work, and I recommend that you do, particularly in the room that is marked number 327.
Giles, you're speaking as the whistle went. You get the point. And with you now, Shappy, let's see what we've got in store for you. We've got, this gladdens my heart. My Happy Song. What can you tell us about that happy song? Your time starts now.
My happy song, or as I like to call it, my shappy song, is most probably Bohemian Rhapsody. We sing it in the car with my children. We sing buzz me.
Well, it was a cry for help, really,
It
wasn't it?
was, yeah.
But it was a repetition of We Sing.
Yes, absolutely. Correct challenge. So you've got 49 seconds. Let's hear about My Happy Song, Paul, starting now.
The song Smile, which not many people realise was written by Charlie Chaplin, is a fantastically happy song. Smile though your heart is aching, even though it's... I've forgotten the words. Ironically, for a silent comedian, I don't remember the words.
Shappy, you were the first to challenge.
Okay.
What was your challenge?
Oh, sorry.
Just a bit of housekeeping first.
He hesitated and fumbled
Yes,
the word.
Absolutely.
Back with you, you've got 37 seconds, starting now.
Smile though your heart is aching, smile even though it's breaking.
Oh dear. There may be a problem with that. Josie will tell us.
It's a repetition of smile.
Yes.
Yes.
How ironic that word's brought so much chaos to proceedings today. 34 seconds on My Happy Song, starting now.
My happy song can change because I like to make up songs in my head. I remember once climbing up a particularly steep mountain in China, singing I Am a Strong Person to the theme of the South Bank show. Sometimes happy songs can get you out of certain things that you don't want to be part of. If I'm stuck in an overcrowded underground train, for example, I will start singing a happy song. Like, I might be on a train, but I will not remain on...
Giles.
Repetition of train and repetition of songs in the plural.
Yes, both challenges correct, but I can only give you the 1 point for them. Don't test me now.
Yeah, don't test her now.
Don't test me now.
I was going to challenge, but I was going to wait till 4 seconds from the end.
Giles, that was a successful challenge, and this is going to irk both Josie and Paul, now they've spoken about just getting in at the last second, because there is only 1 second remaining on this topic.
Look at his little face.
Oh, look at it. Look, he's like,
Look at his little
he's
face.
like a kid with his hand in the biscuit tin. My Happy Song, 1 second remaining, your time starts now.
Happy birthday to you, mashed bananas and stew.
Excellent stuff, Giles. Speaking as the whistle went, gets a point there. So, Giles, we're with you. Your subject is Little Women. Do you know anything about Little Women? Well, I guess we're going to find out. You've got 60 seconds. It starts now.
How grateful I am to live in the era of age, blind, and gender fluid casting. It means that I can play Jo, Amy, Meg, and Beth in my one-person version of Little Women, the great novel published in 1869, written by Louisa May Alcott, whose family name was actually Alcock. Not a lot of people know that, and it is quite amusing in a slightly rude way. Little Women is, for me, a story that has romance, heartache, and moves you in a most remarkable manner. And I wish to essay the roles of all 3 of these 4 children because there is a humanity there and a touching...
Paul.
Sorry, did you say all 3 of these 4 children?
No, all of these 4 children.
I thought you
There
said...
was a sort of slight staticky spittle-based guff, but I'm not entirely sure.
And are tickets available for this theatrical treat?
I think you may have 4 seconds now, so enjoy them.
I don't actually think that was the case. I'm going to reside it with you, Giles. So you have 20 seconds remaining.
Oh, 20 seconds.
And your time starts now.
I most recently went to see a production of Little Women performed by authentic female actors. And I have to say, it was rather better than my version of this same drama, because you do need the reality of youngsters actually essaying these roles to give us a sense.
Paul?
Did we have roles before?
I think we certainly had a saying as well. I think,
Yes.
but roles, yes. And you, Paul, will be
Yes.
delighted to know that you've got 3 seconds remaining to tell us about Little Women. It's poetic what's happening right now.
It's poetic.
It's poetic. Your time starts now.
As I opened up the glove compartment of my car, out jumped Jeanette Cranky.
We've all had that experience. Well done, Paul. You were speaking as the whistle went. And at the end of that round, I do believe it's time for some light scoring. So, it's all to play for, because in second place, we've got Shappy, but in joint first position, in the crowded field, we have Paul and Giles and Josie. So... Shappy, you're only a gnat behind. Bumper to bumper. So...
Did you say she's got a gnat's behind?
I wasn't aware I was mic'd at that moment. A very unguarded moment. You're very welcome. Paul, we're back with you again. And the subject on the card, adult education. So can you speak for 60 seconds on adult education? Your time starts now.
I never benefited from adult education in terms of somebody else teaching me how to be an adult. I am essentially an autodidact, but I do close the curtains. I left school with a couple of bad A-levels and some mediocre O of the same variety, and I thought to myself that I didn't really need proper exams to pursue a career in show business. Adult education, as a comedian, you learn to teach yourself good habits and try and avoid the bad ones. Don't appear drunk on stage is something that you should always aspire to. Always find... Oh, no, 2 always.
It's a shame. You were going very beautifully. Giles?
A repetition of always.
Absolutely. Yes,
How quickly do you buzz, Giles?
Really
He
quick.
practices at home, I know that, don't you?
I do.
Yeah. He's got a selection of buzzers at home, and he just runs from one to the other. And that training's paid off, hasn't it?
I think so.
It really
Such a strong thumb.
Thank you.
Let's not speculate how he got it.
So, Giles, you have the topic. It was a correct challenge. You've got 26 seconds remaining. Your time starts now.
Regular listeners may be aware that I've been drawn to a Channel 4 programme entitled Naked Attraction. This is where I'm getting my adult education. And can I tell you, it cannot be more adult or more educational, because we see people stripped down to nothing. When I was a child, I was not introduced to the facts of life by my parents. They said this is something for adult education. And now, many years later, I find that this programme, late at night on TV...
Giles, can we deduce from that you have only just learnt the facts of life?
I told him before we started.
Well done.
That's why he's got such a strong thumb. Yes.
Very much the case. So, Josie, we are with you. You've got the subject of Oklahoma. 60 seconds, starting now.
Oklahoma is a wonderful Rodgers and Hammerstein musical that I had the pleasure of being part of at Chichester in a operation...
Shappy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did she hesitate?
Listen, it was the most marginal of
It was
hesitations. Well, I'll give you that, Shappy. It was a correct challenge.
Oh.
So you've got a fulsome 50 seconds to speak on Oklahoma, starting now.
I'm so delighted that I have this subject of Oklahoma because not only have I never seen the musical, I also know very, very little about the place in America. There we go.
Giles.
Very, very repetition of very.
Indeed.
I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't have anything else to say. I wouldn't even know how to spell it, so I think I self-sabotage there.
Yes, I mean, you provided a very complex buffet in the last couple of seconds. You interrupted somebody who was in full flow and then admitted you know nothing about the subject.
I'm just going to sit here and exercise my thumb for a little bit.
No, don't do that. We need you. We need you. Giles, Giles, you've got 42 seconds on Oklahoma, starting now.
I so loved the musical Oklahoma that I went to see another show entitled Virginia, hoping it might be a sequel. It turned out to be a drama about Mrs. Wolfe and Vita Sackville West, a different Gether Alter thing. Oklahoma.
Josie.
Well, I think I'm going to say deviation.
Well, when do you think you're going to say it?
Now would be a great time.
Now.
No. Hesitation in saying deviation.
I sensed where Giles was going there. You were spinning off from Oklahoma, but I sense only temporarily.
Very much
you.
so.
All right.
I'm going to give Giles the benefit of the doubt, but I won't be doing very much of that in his direction because it excites him too much. So, you have the benefit of the doubt. You have 28 seconds starting now.
I love a Surrey with the fringe on top. Every song from this great show is a delight to me. And when I went to the Chichester Festival Theatre not long ago...
Paul.
Repetition of show.
No, not in this context.
No.
I think there may well have been a repetition of show there.
I think there was.
So it's a correct challenge from Paul, and that means Paul gets the topic of Oklahoma with 20 seconds remaining, and your time starts now.
When I was 6, my parents moved to Oklahoma, but didn't tell me, so it took me 15 years to find out where they were. And Oklahoma, the blue skies above, the heavenly ground, the brown, earthy quality to it. As you walked across in your bare feet, feeling it between your toes, you could say to yourself, I'm in Oklahoma. It grabs my...
The buzzer there interrupting the Oklahoman reverie.
Oh, yeah. Did you see my Oklahoma?
I
then,
did
Giles?
indeed see your Oklahoma. Made me
Yes.
fall in love with musical theatre all over again.
I never ever want to hear the phrase, have you seen my Oklahoma, Giles, ever again? That's what I'm saying.
It's better than saying, have you seen my Mary Poppins?
Congratulations, Paul. I love the evocation of Oklahoma. Shappy, here's a challenge. How I would win MasterChef. Your time starts now.
How I would win MasterChef is a subject I do know a little about. I was on Celebrity MasterChef. I did not come first in that programme. Not a lot of people know this, but the longer you stay in the rounds, the more money you get. That is the incentive. I was pregnant. I knew that if I got to the third go at making something new, I would get enough dosh to give myself maternity leave. So I cooked beautifully, got to that round, and then I made a sandwich.
Giles, an interruption.
Repetition of round.
Oh, yes.
She avoided it successfully once and then came back to it.
It was a round of sandwiches.
Yes. It was. May I ask what the sandwich was? It's a subsidiary question.
It was a fish sandwich.
Like
maybe.
a tuna sandwich?
Yeah, and they said why she made picnic food. You know, I'm not really a very competitive person. I don't know if it comes across.
That's okay. I very much enjoyed the 33 seconds you did
Okay.
on MasterChef.
You never know, I might get it back.
You never know. Well, Giles, the subject's with you after a successful challenge, and you've got 27 seconds remaining. Your time starts now.
I choose geometry as my specialist subject because as a boy I loved a book called Here's Looking at Euclid. I knew both Magnus Magnusson and indeed John Humphreys. I have to say that...
Shappy.
I'm so a bit confused. Isn't this about MasterChef?
Yes, that's what I thought.
He's talking about Mastermind.
Oh, you didn't Mastermind.
I'm so sorry.
This tells you everything you need to know about me. I'm so sorry. Yes, I did. Isn't that not what I'm talking about?
No,
How
I
would win
was wondering
Mastermind?
when we were going to rein it back into food. I mean, I was transported.
Giles, why did you think I would have made a sandwich on Mastermind?
I thought you'd chosen cookery as your specialist subject.
The subject goes back after the deviation to Shappy. So you have got 17 seconds about MasterChef starting now.
If I ever got the opportunity to win MasterChef again, or indeed be on the programme, I would practice the cookery skills that is needed to do well in such a programme. I feel... Oh, programme.
Repetition of programme.
Absolutely right. And you've got in with 6 seconds remaining. How I would win MasterChef. Your time starts now.
I would have a master chef standing behind me with his arms sticking through, mixing all the ingredients together, so it looked like I was doing it, but in fact it was him.
No one's done that. That's a good ploy. I like that. Giles, lovely. Can you please start us off on Can You Dig It? If you thought MasterChef was confusing, I'm looking forward to you really digging this reference. Can you dig it? seconds to tell us if you can, starting now.
Can you dig it? Man, can I dig it. Hip talk is my talk. I'm one cool, sick dude.
Yes, Josie.
Repetition of talk?
Hip talk is my talk.
Oh.
Yeah.
When he says hip talk, he's talking about his hip.
Yes. A correct challenge, Josie. You've got 54 seconds. Can you dig it? Time starts now.
Now, this is a question I want to ask a particular creature in my garden, because the answer to can you dig it would most certainly be yes, I can. And it's Mr. Fox. I went out...
Ooh, Paul.
I would disagree that the fox would say yes, I can, because I'm not sure that the fox would. I mean, unless, of course, where Josie
I was
lives.
being slightly surreal.
Yeah, and wrong.
You're allowed whimsy. We're all allowed whimsy. I'm going to say it was an incorrect challenge from Paul. We must allow whimsy at all times, and so we will allow you to talk to your fox. You've got 41 seconds, starting now.
This particular creature has dug holes everywhere in my little place. Underneath my bamboo and also my other plants. I don't know what to do about it. Apparently he can dig so well that I've decided to ask a male friend.
Paul.
Repetition of ask.
Is correct, yes. A correct challenge. 24 seconds remaining, Paul, on the subject of can you dig it? And your time starts now.
There was a Manchester band called the Mock Turtles in the 1990s who had a big hit with their song Can You Dig It? The lead singer is the brother of Steve Coogan, who comes from a very large Irish Catholic family, and it was one of the great tunes of that era. I have their album at home, and there are many brilliant songs to rival Can You Dig It? I won't go through the others because that would deviation, but instead, let me hum to you.
So congrats to Paul, who was speaking as the whistle went. Why not have a few scores? Very, very close again still. 4th place, Shappy. 3rd, Josie. Just ahead of Josie, we've got Giles. And in 1st place, Paul. Ooh. But come on, it's all to play for. Josie, the next topic for you is what's in a name? You've got 60 seconds to tell us that, starting now.
What's in a name? The Hollywood studios of old were very interested in... Oh, damn.
Shappy.
Oh, I'm sorry to... Yeah, hesitated.
Hesitation.
Yeah, absolutely. It's cruel, but it's fair, and it's got to be done within the rules of just a minute.
I'm not with it tonight, am I?
You've had a lot of fox problems. Don't give yourself a hard time.
That's true.
We've been in around your
I need a man
bamboo.
to come and pee in my garden.
Well, there's an offer. If you're a man and you're listening and you want to wee in Josie's garden, I do believe she's on Twitter. You can make your own arrangements and do not wish for legal reasons to be involved. So we've just got 54 seconds remaining. What's in a name? It's with you, Shappy. Your time starts now.
There's quite a lot in a name, and it can say so.
Paul.
Well, it is a bit harsh, but it was a sort of hesitation.
It was bordering on a hesitation, but you're right, it was harsh. I'm going to give you that point because it was correct, but I'm going to keep the subject with Shappy, if that's all right.
Sure.
Because this is the final round, and I want to hear, it is the final round, and I want to hear from Shappy, because I believe there's jewels to be had. What's in a name, Shappy? Take us through, you've got 50 seconds, your time starts now.
My little girl thinks that the names of my friends are very old-fashioned. When she hears me talk about Greg and Mark and Susan, she laughs and says they're all names from the olden days. She is 8 years old. Her best friends are called Betty and Mabel. My name is Shappy, but I've always been known as Sharpadak at home with my parents. Growing up, that name was problematic for teachers when they were reading out the register. They would say,
Giles interrupting a profound point from Sharpadak. But
that's an audible hesitation.
It was indeed, and therefore a correct challenge.
It's just we had a teacher at school and she'd always hesitate before she read out the register. I was just impersonating her. Mrs. Wybrow, her name was.
Mrs. Wybrow?
Mrs. Wybrow.
I'm still fuming over the idea that Susan is an old-fashioned name. Giles, correct challenge under the rules of just a minute. You've got 20 seconds in What's in a Name, starting now.
What's in a name, or nomen est omen, as the old Latin tag has it? The name is everything. And Oscar Wilde, who believed...
Paul.
Well, he started to slow down, didn't he? I mean,
Yes.
he was searching for the next word and couldn't quite find Oscar Wilde. You know, it was sort of like he was playing at 78, he went down to 33 and a third.
Yeah, there were some long vowels there.
Like, you got very long vowels.
Yeah.
I was channeling Mrs. Wybrow, who was a rather remarkable teacher.
But it sounded like you were on a Zoom call and the signal had gone out.
Yes. And I think all of which goes to say that we are ruling against you now, the collective, as we've now become. You could have bathed in those vowels, and much as I love your delicious velvety tones, I think they were stretched beyond the rules. So Paul has a successful challenge. You've got 9 seconds, Paul, in this, the final round, and your time starts now.
In the golden age of Hollywood, you had to have a certain name to become a star. Archibald Leach was his name when he was first born, but he became Cary Grant. We can't...
Paul, speaking as the whistle went, gets that point. And as I say, that was the final subject in the final round. So that means it's time for scores. Shappy, you just faded off at the end there, which means you're in 4th place. But nonetheless, I enjoyed every second of your contributions. Josie, in 3rd. Very tight at the top, as always, between these two titans of the game. But today, in 2nd place, we have Giles, which means today's winner is Paul Merton! Yay! And there, sadly, my lovelies, we have to leave you. But first of all, a big thanks to our wonderful players for playing the game so magnificently today. Paul Merton, Shaparat Korsandi, Giles Brandreth and Josie Lawrence. We are hugely indebted to Ian Messiter, who devised this jewel of a show, and of course to the legendary Nicholas Parsons, who chaired it for over 50 years. We also thank Caroline Barlow, who blew her whistle with aplomb, and our producer Hayley Sterling, who makes this show for BBC Studios. This is Sue Perkins saying thanks for listening. Do please join us again when we next play Just a Minute. Until then, goodbye. Welcome to Just a Minute. Hello there, Sue Perkins here. As the minute waltz fades away, it is my intense pleasure to welcome you to Just a Minute. And for this recording, I've got the additional thrill of welcoming our audience who are joining us via remote recording technology from living rooms and bedrooms all around the world. Let me introduce you to the 4 talented, articulate and all-round marvellous people who are playing Just a Minute this week. They are Paul Merton, Annika Rice, Dane Baptiste and Lucy Porter. Please whoop and cheer for all 4 of them. I'm going to ask them all to speak on a subject that I give them for 60 seconds without hesitation, repetition or deviation. OK, Paul, we are going to begin with you. Now, the subject on the card is the best I've ever looked. The best I've ever looked. Can you speak for 60 seconds without hesitation, repetition or deviation on the best I've ever looked, starting now?
Oh, I expect so. I think the best I ever looked was around about 1990. I've never been particularly a vain individual, but I know at that particular period of my life I was drop-dead gorgeous. It was the first series of Have I Got News for You, and quite frankly, I didn't have much on-screen competition. I was absolutely stunning. I remember Esquire magazine sent a photographer around to my house and said, "Don't move, just let me picture you as you are. I'll just put this bit of camera next to you and I shall press this button over here and the light that falls upon your eyes creates the most glorious romantic allure. My God, you're gorgeous." I was well away then.
That was captivating.
It was.
I felt I was there in the studio gazing.
I felt I was there as well.
I know. Lucy, a challenge.
I mean, it felt cruel to interrupt the reverie, and obviously it's deviation because, Paul, you're even more gorgeous now.
Oh, thank you.
But there was also the minor matter of the repetition of the word gorgeous.
Gorgeous. There was a double gorgeous.
Too much gorgeous.
You could never have too much gorgeous. That was wonderful, Paul. Lucy's buzzed in with just 18 seconds remaining on that topic. Starting now.
The best I ever looked was in 2008, just before a gig in Loughborough, when I lost the keys to my car. I looked above the TV, I looked below the sofa.
Oh, Annika.
Looked. There were a couple of looked.
I looked.
But it's the best I ever looked.
Oh!
It's on the card.
Indeed it is.
Oh, that's smart.
do then, in the interests of transparency, I too have fallen prey to the classic "it's on the card" trick. And Lucy reminded me, which means I'm going to give her a point for keeping me in check.
Oh.
Somebody needs to. So a point for an incorrect challenge. The best I've ever looked. You've got 9 seconds starting now.
The best I ever looked is, of course, now, because I am a 48-year-old resplendent woman with a marvellous bust, and I'm delighted with myself constantly from day start.
I love the idea of people tuning in just to hear you. I've got a resplendent bust. Good Lord.
It's a difficult one to challenge on, really, isn't it?
Yeah. So you were speaking as the whistle went, Lucy. Well done. Annika, with you now. The subject is Bloody Mary. You've got 60 seconds starting now.
I'm not going to talk about the Queen. I'm not going to talk...
For form's sake, I'm going to ask you what your challenge was.
It was repetition, but I'm happy for Annika to keep the subject.
The gentlemanly attitude continues. I shall give you a point for a correct challenge, but Annika, as you have not played the game very often, I think it is absolutely right and fitting that we hear from you with 50 seconds remaining on Bloody Mary, starting now.
Bloody Mary used to make my life hell at school. Every day she'd torment me, bullying to a whole new level. I was young for my class, and I longed to go outside and play horses with the other girls. But no, she led everyone off round the bike shed for a fag. One day, in the common room, after having a fag, this was Sevensonsbury.
Paul, your challenge.
2 fags.
Yeah. You got 32 seconds after that correct challenge, Paul, on the subject of Bloody Mary, starting now.
Elizabeth was furious. She knew that Mary, Queen of Scots, was up to no good, that she was fighting for her throne, and Lizzie was deeply upset. She called in her favourite counsellor, who was none other than Nicholas Parsons, who was 45 at the time, and she said to him, "What is this that my sister is doing out there? Can you not stop this dastardly deed?" And he stood there proudly in his cravat, his colourful blazer, and he said, "Ma'am, I would consider it my duty to help you in any way I can. As you know, I am your most loyal subject, not just for a minute, but forever."
That's how you do it, Paul, speaking as the whistle went on the subject of Bloody Mary. We're with you now, Dane. The subject on the card is TLC. Your time starts now.
One of my favourite pop trios would be TLC. TLC is also an acronym for the most essential piece of humanity we can show one another, which is tender loving care. But in this particular juncture, I would like to reference the pop group also known as TLC. Left Eye, Chili, T-Boz, just the names of some of these amazing recording artists who were actually shafted when they were TLC in the same group, who were incidentally discovered by Pebbles, who put the name...
Lucy, you interrupted.
I think we'd had group and pop group.
We had indeed. There was a repetition of pop and group. So you've got 32 seconds on TLC. Lucy, starting now.
TLC is something that was very lacking as a child in the 1980s. We just got TCP, which was in no way a substitute. TLC, the band, are also one of my favourites. They had a wonderful song called Waterfalls, which I can do the rap in the middle of, even when nobody asks me to. And
Paul, please. Please do the rap in the middle of.
We're asking.
I see the rainbows so sweet for you and me, and it's an insult to the memory.
That was good.
I was there, Lucy. Paul, I'll give you a point for that challenge because I enjoyed it, but I'm not entirely sure there were any challenges to do with the rules of Just a Minute. So, Lucy, you get to keep it with 11 seconds. TLC, rap away. Starting now.
TLC were an inspirational band in terms of...
Band.
Yes. You need to say no more than that. Just band.
I've got him for group, he got me for band.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. It's hard, isn't it?
Karma.
Dane, 8 seconds remaining on TLC, starting now.
What the world needs now is TLC, not just the cable network, which shows amazing programming like Honey Boo Boo, but TLC...
Speaking as the whistle went, gets the points. And, Lucy, we are with you. How to be prepared? 60 seconds, starting now.
Be prepared is the motto of the scouting movement. They are prepared for all kinds of situations, both medical emergencies or simply surviving in the wilderness. I personally cannot be bothered to learn those skills, so I just carry a scout around with me.
Oh,
there was a fumble hesitating,
was.
though I was enjoying the story.
There was a slight stumble there. I
There
think
was.
Possibly over wondering whether you'd said scouting or scout, or something was going on.
Yes.
Or Scousers.
I always carry a scouter around with me as well.
That's how you're prepared.
They're good people.
They
Down
are
to
good
earth.
people.
I like it.
Absolutely.
43 seconds, Annika, you've got after your correct challenge on how to be prepared. Your time starts now.
I learnt everything about how to be prepared after my time with Bloody Mary in the lower fifth. It was so traumatic, my schooling. I've never forgotten it. And so there is never a moment when I'm not ready for anything life can throw at me. I turned up to my son's wedding, for example, in dungarees. I had a tool belt. I had a staple gun.
Paul.
I had a...
Yes, when it's in such close proximity, it's very hard not to give the point there for the challenge. So, I'm loving the fact you turned up to a wedding in a tool belt. I feel that needs at some point a little bit more of an explanation. We'll get to it. We'll get to it in the fullness of time.
Like
correct-
Mamma Mia, isn't it? I've got visions of Meryl Streep.
It was all that.
Paul, correct challenge, 19 seconds remaining on how to be prepared, starting now.
You need a Bowie knife, a canoe, a copy of Wisdons, and a length of artificial turf that you can roll up underneath your arm. Then you're prepared for anything that life can throw at you. I remember once I was sailing across the Atlantic, and unfortunately I didn't have a boat. I was paddling away, and I suddenly thought to myself, oh, if only I had those tools of survival that I mentioned earlier. Then suddenly, as if for a gift from the heavens, the clouds parted, and...
So at the end of the round, let's do some scores. In fourth position, we've got Annika. In third, Dane. Lucy in second place, and in the lead, narrowly in the lead, we've got Paul Merson. Paul, back with you again. The placebo effect. Can you speak for 60 seconds without hesitation, repetition or deviation on the placebo effect, starting now?
Placebo effect is something that's baffled scientists, medical science, particularly.
Oh, sorry, that was a bad buzz.
No, it wasn't. I thought it was good. Yeah, I liked it.
Again, it's a knife edge, and I think on this occasion, I think you were absolutely right. There was a little bit of hesitation creeping in.
Thank you, Sue.
Was that going to be your challenge?
Yes. Definitely. I thought hesitation.
Yes, well, I'm going to give you the point for that for a correct challenge, and you get the subject, of course, the placebo effect. You've got 55 seconds to tell us all about it, starting now.
The placebo effect. Well, I'm a fully paid up member of this club. Back in the 90s, I had to go to Australia. I went to Adelaide on the Monday, came back, did Children in Need.
Dane, what was your challenge?
It may be due to a time difference, but I think there was a slight hesitation there.
There was a slowing, yes. I mean, it got quite Craig David on the destinations. There's an Adelaide on Monday. We don't want to know where she was by Sunday or what she was doing. Yeah, there was a slight hesitation. So, yes, it's with you, Dane. 42 seconds. The placebo effect starting now.
Big Pharma alone is not responsible for a placebo effect when it comes to placating humans or convincing them that there is some kind of nutritional benefit to the things that they imbibe. In fact, the placebo effect can be found in other instances, such as Carlsberg having cold beer extra cold, as if it makes a difference.
We all wanted it.
You know what's colder than those beers? These panelists!
Yeah, I see. There's no getting away from it. So, yes, repetition of cold means it's a correct challenge. You get the point, Annika, and the subject. 24 seconds on the placebo effect, starting now.
I was doing a lot of travelling, as I was explaining. 2 major trips to...
Paul.
Well, it's probably a different use of the word to.
Yes, 2 as in the number, and then 2 as in visiting to a country.
Yes, I feel they were 2. Shall I pass you a dictionary?
Oh, I don't think we want to go there.
Annika, the gloves are off.
I don't even want to do this round.
Yes. Do it, you must, because you have said very clearly that 2 and 2, 2 different words. We do not need any definition of those 2 words or a dictionary. Instead, we're going to hear what you've got to say on the subject for 17 seconds, starting now.
Because I was going to this vast continent a couple of times in 1 week, I went to my doctor and said, I need help. He gave me some sleeping tablets. I was thrilled. I sailed through this very...
Speaking as the whistle went, well done, Annika. You get the point, and you also get the next subject. Now, on the card, we've got, this is a perfect one for you, my biggest challenge. Can you speak without hesitation on my biggest challenge? 60 seconds starting now.
I was working in a newsroom in Hong Kong when I was about 20. I was a sub-editor, and one day the newsreader was ill. I volunteered to stand in. Now, 2 things made this a big challenge. A, I'd never been in front of a camera. B, I was so nervous I ran someone over on the way to the studio. It was really unfortunate.
Dane, a challenge.
Is there a slight deviation as Annika provides some kind of newsroom-based alibi to the manslaughter she committed on the way there?
Did feel like she was giving a testimony there.
Yeah, like trying to raise some kind of reasonable doubt that she wasn't involved, I'd say.
I enjoy the challenge. You're going to get a bonus point for it. But it doesn't, however, meet the standards of Just a Minute, that challenge. So I'm going to keep the subject with you. Annika, 35 seconds on my biggest challenge starting now.
I was in Hung Hum and I was aware that suddenly a man's face reached forward towards...
Lucy, your challenge.
I'm afraid it was hesitation.
It was classic hesitation. 28 seconds remaining on my biggest challenge. Lucy, starting now.
My biggest challenge was when I was accident. Was.
Just was when I was count? Yeah, okay, yeah. So that's some repetition.
I'll give you that correct challenge. A repetition, 25 seconds on my biggest challenge starting now.
You would think that this current activity that each one of the panelists are engaged in as we speak would be a part of my biggest challenge. But I would actually say my biggest challenge is located...
Hesitation of
There's a little
fluffy.
hesitation. You get the subject back. I wonder which part of Hong Kong you'll be in. 30 seconds remaining, starting now.
You'd have thought that would be quite enough challenge, but I had another challenge when I eventually got to the studio in a police car. Sirens.
Lucy.
I'm sorry, studio.
It's a repetition of studio. Yes, very early on you were in the newsroom studio. Lucy's done it again. She's pounced. 5 seconds remaining. My biggest challenge starting now.
My biggest challenge will be everyone not hating me in the pub after this recording because I got to leap in them.
Speaking as a whistle went, gets the point. And we move on to our next subject. This is with you, Dane. You're going to start us off. This one has been lovingly created just for you, and it's Bluetooth. You've got 60 seconds on Bluetooth starting now.
A massively confusing reference. Bluetooth has nothing to do with Azure canines or even ultra...
Annika.
There was a fluff. It was a hesitation.
Indeed, a correct challenge. 52 seconds on the clock on Bluetooth starting now.
I once went to interview the amazing artist Maggie Hambling. I was there to talk about Arthur Let Haynes, but halfway through, I noticed she had a Bluetooth. It was stunning.
Paul.
Hesitation.
There was a slight...
There was gaps, wasn't there? There was gaps. You could have made a ham sandwich in that one.
On this occasion, I will give it to Paul. You've got 39 seconds, Paul, on Bluetooth. Starting now.
There are many pirates of the Caribbean, Redbeard, but the most feared was Bluetooth. Everybody hated this man. He'd make you walk the plank even if you just owed him £5. He was the most gorgeous man. People would say to him, "Hey, Bluetooth, come over here." And he would wander over and he had this curious way of talking. He'd say, "Hey, my name be Bluetooth and I be the scourge of the 7 seas." Which he didn't really talk like that because he came from Fulham. But anyway, people would say to him, "You know, you are the most extraordinary pirate that I've ever seen."
Again.
Pirate repetition.
Was a repetition of pirate. God, I'd like to hear that pirate's accent again. Who knows, Paul? You may well get it back.
Yeah.
Dane's got 11...
I'll give you a ring later on and I'll
do
it specially.
With no context.
No context at all.
Just
In fact, tell you what, I'll leave it for 6 months and I won't see who it is.
Yes, perfect. That's all I need. 11 seconds, Dane. Correct challenge. Your time starts now.
Not Wi-Fi, nor radio. Bluetooth, how does it even work? We're aware that Bluetooth may exist at some point on the electromagnetic spectrum, but its colour beguiles us all the time.
Made rambling something poetic. Speaking as the whistle went, you get the points. Lovely Lucy. Please start us off on my own cryptocurrency. What can you tell us about my own cryptocurrency? In 60 seconds, starting now.
My own cryptocurrency is called Lucy's Luca, and it is filthy. It is, of course, adorned with a picture of me on the cryptocurrency, but because it's a cryptocurrency, I'm wearing a balaclava to disguise my identity. I don't really know anything at all about cryptocurrency.
Some level of deviation there, and hesitation as well, but I think the hesitation was leading towards a deviation. I think if someone says, I don't know much about crypto, and then begins...
But you don't know what she's going to go on to say. She might say, I don't know much, but this much I do know, and then wow us with this tiny nugget of information. And I'm going to give you a point, Dane, for raising the fact that, yes, there was an admission, but I'm going to give Lucy the benefit of the doubt. I, for one, don't you, audience, want to know what little Lucy does know? I'd also say this, Lucy, never doubt yourself. Sometimes there's the most extraordinary wonderment to be had in the deepest recesses of ignorance. I've made a career out of it.
Do you know, maybe people should be on the phone to their financial advisors now, going, she's about to reveal everything we need to know about cryptocurrency.
It's like one of those unwarranted pop-up adverts that you see. You know, my own cryptocurrency with Lucy Porter. You've got 41 seconds to tell us all about it, starting now.
Cryptocurrency is not really bought or sold in a conventional way. It is mined, although it is the future of capitalism, apparently, which would make Margaret Thatcher quite ambivalent about it, I would imagine. The crypto world is full of people who are very boring about crypto. In fact, my own cryptocurrency will not be pegged to any conventional...
I was just waiting for the balaclava. Sorry, no. I didn't really mean to buzz.
Sorry, was your challenge you were waiting for the balaclava?
If it was, then that is not an adequate challenge on the rules of Just a Minute.
Hesitation, but in a kind of, could hardly breathe because I didn't know where this story was going.
Well,
neither did I, Annika, neither did I.
I tell you what, Annika, I'm going to give you a point because hesitation did occur very, very minorly, but I still feel I want to know more. I still want to know more about Lucy's cryptocurrency. So with 14 seconds remaining, your time starts now.
Cryptocurrency was invented by Queen Victoria.
Dane.
Somewhat of a deflection there. We all know that Queen Victoria invented lingerie and not cryptocurrency.
It was deviation, that much we do know. Dane, that correct challenge? You've got 10 seconds to tell us everything you know about my own cryptocurrency, starting now.
Bapcoin is the name of my own cryptocurrency, which can be used for a number of different commercial uses that include non-fungible tokens. My own cryptocurrency...
Massive show-off. Look at that. Non-fungible tokens.
What does that mean?
I don't know what fungible means, but I really enjoyed hearing it.
Is it some sort of something you need an ointment for?
Possibly. Let's do a little mop-up of scores. In third place, joint third place, tied, we have Dane and Lucy. In second place, we have Paul. And in the lead, we have Annika. Paul, we're back with you again for this subject. Anything goes. Oh, it's a lovely, rangy subject, this. Can you speak for 60 seconds on it, starting now?
In olden days, a glimpse of stocking was looked upon as something shocking. Now, heaven knows, anything goes. Those lyrics by Cole Porter from his show Anything Goes, which is currently appearing at the Barbican as I speak, to rave reviews. I think it's had 5-star mentions in various newspapers.
Lucy?
Think. I think it's at the Barbican. It's
yes, a correct challenge, Lucy. 43 seconds, Lucy, you've got in with on Anything Goes, starting now.
Another lyric from Anything Goes is cocaine doesn't bother me, or some paraphrase of that, which is interesting because...
Paul?
Well, as Cole Porter wrote, I get no kick from cocaine rather than cocaine doesn't bother me. I think it's probably deviation from the original lyric and intention of the composer.
Indeed, that's a correct challenge. I love that. Cocaine doesn't bother me.
I launched into it, and you know when you're very confident that you know the words to a song. My cocaine-like confidence was the downfall of me there, wasn't it?
Correct challenge. Paul knows the lyrics, and it was a deviation from the way they were written down. Mm-hmm. So 35 seconds, Paul. The subject is back with you. Anything goes, starting now.
I get no kick from cocaine, and I'm sure that if I took even one sniff, it would bore me terrifically too. Those were the words that were written for the very show that Lucy mentioned there, Anything Goes. As a philosophy, I'm not sure that anything goes is a wise one, because we do need to have rules and standards in life. Radio 4, for example, won't be able to play most of this episode of Just a Minute, unfortunately, because it goes against the very laws of Lord Reef, the man who eventually set up this organisation back in 1922. And he...
Dane?
I think there's some slight deviation there when we started talking about the founding of the 1920s institution.
I still felt we were very much on the subject of Anything Goes.
Lord Reef, Anything Goes.
Did he write the song?
No, he's one of the people who heard it, though.
Did he?
He possibly could have alongside Cole Porter. We don't know that.
It's all getting quite speculative.
Yeah.
And,
I felt I was on the journey with Paul there. I did feel I was on the journey, but, however, I will give you a point for that challenge. As technically, you could say it was deviation, but I want to hear from Paul because there's only 2 seconds remaining. And it would feel so unduly harsh to take it away when he was mid-flight of fancy. So anything goes. Paul, 2 seconds remaining, starting now.
And because of that, that's why I became a monk.
Paul, speaking as the whistle went, gets the point. We have launched into the final round. This is with you, Annika, and it's window dressing. What can you tell us about window dressing? Your time starts now.
Oh, sorry, I did that to myself.
Buzzed yourself. What's your challenge to yourself?
No, I was just checking it worked, Sue.
How come every single time she's buzzed, you haven't said, challenge, Annika?
Oh!
Sorry, you know.
Let's not award any points and let's just reset. Let's just say, but I would like to commend Lucy for her challenge Annika joke, which we all hugely enjoyed, and a bonus point is heading its way to you, my lovely. Okay, so, with 59 seconds, window dressing starting now.
I once became the human window dressing of a shop in Croydon. I used to shoplift. I was a...
Oh, Dane.
I thought that was a shot, but then she said lift, so I didn't listen up for the suffix. Yeah. My apologies.
No, you were keen and never, ever apologise for that.
Ever. I didn't know Croydon was in Suffolk, is that right? What's Croydon in Suffolk? Learn something new every day on the show.
So, incorrect challenge. It's still with you, Annika. 52 seconds remaining, starting now.
I used to take the odd item in the hope that the police would arrest me and drive me home in their police car, and I could say...
Dane.
Police?
Indeed, police car is not one word, it's 2 words.
Depends how you write it.
Annika, do you want to borrow a dictionary?
Police car, I'm not accepting as 1 word. So it's a correct challenge. And you get the subject of window dressing. 44 seconds, starting now.
Drapes. Curtains, Venetian blinds, and the other type that I can't think of right now are just examples of the amazing window dressing that is available if you are involved in interior design. Now, say you want to go for something a lot more exterior. Your window dressing could include big old shutters to prevent those getting smashed and to repel any threat of vandalism. Window dressing does not just exist in a literal sense, but it can also be metaphoric. Like, for example, if someone decides to get veneers for their teeth, that could be regarded as window dressing for the human face. Orbital garnish is another word for window dressing that a lot of people would consider to be completely erroneous, but however, I have known to be characteristic in adding window dressing.
You see?
No, I retract.
I think just because he said orbital garnish, we must let him continue.
Yeah, I agree.
An incorrect challenge or one not substantiated.
Yeah, no.
2 seconds, Dane, starting now.
Window dressing would be one of the ways you could describe the world outside of mine.
Dane, speaking to us away, gets the point. Well, sadly, that is the end of the round and the end of the show, which means it's score time. And boy, was this a close one. Absolutely neck and neck. In joint second position, we've got Lucy and Annika. And joint winners of tonight's show, Paul and Dane! Fabulous stuff and wonderfully done, wonderfully done. And there, my darlings, we have to leave you. But first of all, thanks to all of our delightful players tonight, Paul Merton, Annika Rice, Dane Baptiste and Lucy Porter. We are indebted to Ian Messiter, who devised this magnificent show, and of course, to the one and only Nicholas Parsons, who chaired Just a Minute for over 50 years. We also thank Caroline Barlow for blowing her whistle with such gusto. The producer was Hayley Sterling, and it was a BBC Studios production. This is Sue Perkins saying thanks so much for listening, and do join us again when we next play Just a Minute!